McDavid. Let me say yeah.
Remember that name.
McDavid off a turnover. Walks in. Has a step shot. Glove shot. No, it slips behind Holtby. And that's McDavid's 30th. Finds McDavid. The net is empty. Shoots and scores, and this one's over.
Connor. McDavid. Connor. 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 McDavid. 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 Remember that name. Here is Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid. Smart move. Here is beautiful. Remember that name. That name.
No limits when it comes to this guy. He's simply too fast. Think he can just fly. No limits, so why do you try? He'll score on his own, or he'll give it to dry.
Connor McDavid.
Fans in heaven, cause of 9 to 7. The nation in love from Gibbons to Devon. Looking to pass, team men on the ass. Second contract, a lot of cash. Tick, 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 tack, take your time. McDavid on your team and you'll be fine. Just open your eyes and you will see it. Oil it for real, cause he has no limit.
No. Connor has no limit. No. Connor has no limit.
Remember that name.
Remember that name indeed. Remember that spin. Remember that spin move. God, some things just work out when you're the best player in the world, in the history of hockey. Falls down, spins around. Predators miss the puck. It slides right back to him and gets up. Snipe job.
And I'll add, when you're paired with the second best player in hockey, right?
Yes, Evander Kane. Leon Draisaitl, bare butt spanking the Nashville Predators yet again. And ladies and gentlemen, I think it's safe to say this morning, hockey is back.
Hockey's back. 1-0 in the 80-game season.
If you forget about the first two games, the Oilers are unbeaten in this 80-game schedule that they're trying to focus on right now. Let's go hammer the nasty chat today. Hammer the Paris Jewelers inbox, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. If you need to get your significant other a little something special, crew will take you and look after you at Paris Jewelers. Canadian, family-owned, 23 locations across Canada. I want to see somebody go and buy something from every single location. I think that would be quite the bucket list thing for you to do. Nasty chat is certainly going this morning. Love to see it. We got sad Jets fans trickling in there as well. Mick from Beaumont says, "Morning, boys. The sky is only half falling now," which is true. Lots of positives coming out of last night's game. No doubt about that. I think people are pretty excited about it. For example, Zach Hyman scored a goal last night.
Hey everyone, I'm Zach Hyman of the Edmonton Oilers.
She's so tenacious.
Hope you guys enjoy it.
Revving up his engine, listen to the crowd just roar. No reason for tension, Zach is gonna shoot and score. Hyman's in the scoring zone. Right into the scoring zone. Signed for 7 years, now he's playing by McDavid's side. He's got you jumping out of your seat cause of that look in his eyes. Hyman's in the scoring zone. He'll take you right into that scoring zone. You know he's gonna score a With you playing with Connor, it's a top line overload. You'll finally see what he can do. So raise your hands up as high as they can go.
Woo-wee! Man, it feels like the show is back. First morning, legitimately playing goal songs after the show. People are pretty excited about it. People are pretty fired up. How can you not be?
Call me Mr. Raider. Call me Mr. Wrong. Call me Mr. Vain.
Yeah. Yeah, you should probably put that
We can do
together.
that for like 20 seconds.
You could probably put that together.
Without a copyright infringement.
I think that's good. Peter Ring. Please tell me that's just a play on Peter Ring. Or is this guy's name actually Peter Ring? I really hope it's just a guy who wants his text handle to be Peter Ing, but it's coming in as Peter Ring. Frickin' rights, boys. Let's go with these goal songs. Great stuff. Also, shout out to the one guy in the nasty chat this morning says, I'm just here for the Surveyor Brett content, which is nice.
You might get some in this show this morning, actually, in a real way.
Really?
I've executed a big deal with his
Oh,
boy,
wow.
so
Okay, that's
seeing him later this morning.
That's good news. I like that. That's good. Strummy this morning in the nasty chat. Bumblebee Tuna boys. Oilers are going to win the next 5 Stanley Cups, 2 NBA titles, and a World Series. Like, that's the vibe. That's the vibe in the city today.
Yeah, hockey's back, as
the
you said.
vibe in the city. Ooh, Dex. How about Dex? You greasy little bugger. Oilers win and Leon 2+ goals plus 850. How about us?
Well, the
Pat on the back. Pat on the back, as Huss calls it, the old Barry Horowitz. A Barry Horowitz for us. Not only do we hit the Coolbet hotline of the day, but we also hit, like Mr. Lean came through. We put it together as the Edmonton Sports Talk parlay and then added a Bouchard point. And we were having our climb mixer last night, and the buzz for the parlay was unreal. It was great. Draisaitl scores. Maddie and I are like, I love DGen Maddie. It's the best. Mr. Lean he's just like, oh, yeah, Draisaitl. Was that assisted by Bouchard? I don't know. We have to see. No, it wasn't. Oh, my God. We still need a Bouchard assist. And then Bouchard gets the point. The Oilers obviously win by 2 goals or more. And our deepest and sincerest apologies to Coolbet. Not.
yeah, you've created a monster over there.
Yeah, I know. We really have. I think he's already diving into lines all morning. So we're pretty excited about hitting that last night. We're officially back. Plus, we're 2 for 2 actually on the Coolbet hotline of the day this week. So let's keep it rolling today. We'll go there a little bit later on. Ah, man, I like Peter Ring as a text sound. I don't know. I just Peter Ring. Peter Ring. Oh, that's too good. All right, 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. How fired up are you this morning? Nasty chat certainly going off today, which is understandable, especially after what Leon Draisaitl did to the Nashville Predators again.
Try. Leon scored a goal tonight. Watching him play is quite a sight. You know this song is tight. Oilers fans, come on. You loved him endlessly since he was drafted number 3. He's a center with a size that was born in Cologne. Try to stop him, you can't do much more. That ain't no lie. You just wanna see him shoot and score. It was try. Gonna make a fool out of you. Probably score a goal and assist on 2. You can't stop him, and that ain't no lie. Cause it's try. Don't even try to play him rough. Leon is a German, so you know he's tough. His hands are crazy and Aikens loves his eyes. Yeah, it's try. Gonna make a fool out of you. Probably score a goal and assist on 2. You can't stop him, and that ain't no lie, cause it's dry.
Leon Draisaitl did it again. He was asked about destroying the Preds again after, and he basically said, I'm sick of the question. I mean, it's
He's
just
a predator.
one of those things.
He is a predator.
Ooh,
like
I
he
like that.
is the. I mean, the memes and the everything
predator has
afterwards,
become the
him
prey.
spanking the predator.
That was
from,
Glenn. Glenn out of
Maw.
Calgary.
Yeah,
Glenn Maw out of
he's got some
Calgary.
good art.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I mean, you knew it was happening. Hey, it was just a matter of time, I guess. Like last night, it was kind of.
We knew it was happening. We were sprinkled all over.
I know,
Leon
and then you're
Draisaitl
just
last
sitting.
night.
We're sitting here in the client mixer, and you're
God.
here we go, and then it starts, and you're like, okay,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is now hockey's back.
I'm going to build up my bankroll on Coolbet on that game last night and this game against the Flyers just to give it all back in the National Football League this weekend. That's the cycle I'm on. It's like NHL, oh, pretty good, doing well. Ooh, NFL, boom, back up. So let's keep rolling with it. I'm just checking off the goal songs as we do them.
Joe Diffie next, please.
Boom. The pickup man, Warren Fogle. Now, so Kevin, who was here last
We
night,
were sitting on the same chair just as that happened.
talking about Fogle.
Talking about Fogle.
He said you guys were talking about Fogle sitting on. Yeah, you and Kev were both. We had client mixer last night. We'll update you on the client mixer. Actually, one quick trivia question for you: 780-218-9999 or in the nasty chat. It was a really good client mixer last night. Everybody who was here, I think, had a really good time. The Oilers won. Tommy's telling stories. Like everybody's loving it.
Damon Bunting brought water.
Damon Bunting brought water, so the boys are hydrated. Your local slumlord providing us with the H2O.
Open up.
It's good water too. I like it. It's good. But one thing went wrong with the client mixer last night, and I think we could give you. And if you're at it, I know there might be some clients in the nasty chat. Don't give it away.
Don't be that.
Don't give away. Don't be that guy. We will play this game. One thing went wrong at the client mixer last night. You'll never guess what it was. Right? Do you think they would ever guess what this is?
Not a chance.
No chance.
I think you might even get some sideways looks at the fact that I'm not
could
going to go
have
too far. I don't want
possibly
to.
been.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying.
Of all the things that I try to set up for this, that's the one thing that goes wrong.
You'll never guess.
That's your only clue.
But the pickup man scoring, and then you became a pickup man last night as well. What are the odds
of
and all that?
Did.
Hey,
I am driving a pickup truck right now on a test drive from Park Mazda.
Black Beauty.
It's nice, right? Does it not look nice?
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be hard getting that out of my hands.
What did I tell you this morning? It looks like it's got some torque to it, eh?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what you say when you're driving.
I think it's got that trailer hitch package
torque.
on it.
Yeah.
And
you've already offered to haul things for me, which I find really.
but if
I really enjoy
just
that. Yeah.
office stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to open it up to like friend stuff yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that I might actually. I think there's another one I like too. So I might do a switcheroo and have a different truck tomorrow morning.
A fleet of trucks.
I decided if you're gonna get into trucks, you might as well get 10 trucks.
This is my Tuesday whip.
It's nice driving a truck. I'm not gonna lie. I went through a drive-through this morning to get my latte.
Yeah.
Wanted to kind of take it for a test run through a drive-through, see how it is. I mean, I spend a good chunk of my time in drive-throughs, right?
Yes,
so I have to make sure, and it fit.
The dimensions
It
are
was
good. That's good. Yeah.
Pretty intimidating, actually. Reaching down, like to do it was nice. I like the truck life.
Much
so
like
far,
that Fogle line, intimidating. Hey?
Well, yeah, I mean, back to the
Hey.
Fogle line. I mean, the one thing that you can look at, and what do we have? What do we left? We already played Draisaitl, McDavid, Hyman. We got to get to the nude song here. And we'll get into the morning after show coming up, so be ready for that. Send your guesses, by the way, to what went wrong at the party last night. Lance says, the stripper kept crying? No. Bad body sushi? No. Seductions was closed? No, I think that stayed open till 11.
Yeah, no comment there.
Washroom out of order? No. It was hotter than a hoochie coochie in there? Actually, no, I thought we handled the temperature pretty well.
We had a Maddie had it going kind of pre-game. It was a preemptive strike on the whole temperature, and I think we came out good.
Well, and one of the best tips we got for this client mixer, Dean, one of the nasties, slid into my DMs. It was Dusty, all joking aside. You should turn the temperature down in there before people arrive, or else it's going to get really hot. So we did, and it worked out really well. So no, none of you'll never guess it. You'll never guess it in a million years.
Ellerslie, not enough food or liquor, not enough liquor. How would we not have enough liquor?
We had enough liquor. We had the liquor. Who said not enough liquor? What is this?
I'm a little ashamed of you, Colin Ellerslie here.
Power went out. Nope, not the case. Oh, there's
fun.
There's not enough alcohol. No, it was all taken care of.
No,
we still got like 3 bags of potato chips over there too. The right amount of pizza. Boston Pizza brought the pizza. It was like
just
the
right.
perfect amount. There's like 2 slices left. I don't know how they nailed it. Wayne brought some cards from Wayne Sports Cards. You want to crack a pack?
Man, was that fun.
We'll get into the whole mixer in a second here, but let's. He brought in 1991 Upper Deck, the first Upper Deck, and then we played like Pack Wars. Just it's like that gif of like you see when they say the wife thinks me and the boys are out at the strippers, and then it cuts to me and the boys, and we're just here playing Pack Wars.
I had a good breakdown of the whole mascot costumery process.
Did you talk to
from
him
my
about it?
end.
Yeah,
The full
yeah.
deal. It was great.
Dave Andrechuk, Doug Lidster, Craig Fisher, Tom Curvers, Daniel Dorr, Kevin Deneen, Jeff Norton, a real who's who. Oh, Daniel Berthume on the Minnesota North Stars. Troy Crowder. I like that guy, Troy Crowder. Jeff Chikrin. Jeremy Roenick, Campbell Conference All-Star, and Daryl Ray with the Hartford Whalers.
Rick Tabarachi from
Rick
your
Tabarachi.
Winnipeg Jets.
And he's blowing somebody up. Rick Tabarachi laying out a St. Louis Blue on this card. Charlie Huddy. God, 1991 Upper Deck. I have
Pat
this set at home.
LaFontaine as well. These are great cards.
Huddy LaFontaine. So, yeah, no, it was a good time.
Sylvain Lefebvre is for you, right?
Yeah, you can keep the Sylvain Lefebvre. That's all right. So anyway, we'll get to the mixer a little bit more later on, but you keep your guesses coming in. Someone broke the bong. Nope. Out-of-date Pop-Tarts. Nope. Too much alcohol. No, it was actually a really good amount of alcohol. We got lots of booze. We got tons of booze. Friday, beer of the week. I picked up some extra stuff. We've got 2 hoots. They might as well just send us a keg of 2 hoots.
Bags and
Like
bags.
we've got literally, we're not talking about like 2 hoots hard iced tea, which is really the drink of choice. That stuff was gone immediately. At least the cans we had were. But 2 hoots sent me 4 boxes, and each box has a 4-liter bag in a box inside it.
A 2 hoots platter.
We got 2 hoots coming out of the yin yang. So no, we have more than enough.
I got to witness a couple of people trying their first 2 hoots hard iced tea last night, and the look on their face, they take that initial sip.
Did not change their life? I know. It's insane. 2 hoots is insane. Lance says one of the clients kept talking about his divorce. No, I didn't hear any divorce talk last night.
I didn't get a fire alarm. Yeah, the Russians were not seen. I think they all went home, right?
They were all gone. They cleared out. You ran out of microwaved bagel bites? Nope. We didn't have microwave bagel bites, but that's something to maybe put on the agenda for next time. Dusty spilled a bowl of chips on the floor? Nope. We were going straight out of the bag on the chips. The fire alarm came off? Nope. Yeah.
It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen because if you laid out
You won't guess
give anything away.
The fact that this was even a possibility is unguessable.
Yeah.
Let alone the fact that it turned and went the way it did. We might have to tease this for a week. Like people will never guess it. You'll never guess it.
If you want to buy a clue or a hint, $50 right now. You can send it in, Eric at Edmonton.
Somebody blew out their ACL playing hallway slam dunk contest? No.
Too soon.
We don't have the hoop yet, but we will get a hoop in this office. I can guarantee you of that.
Gazzola showed up early.
Well, Tommy had to be on the air at 4:30 for the pregame show. So, yeah. Anyway, keep these rolling in, and we'll try to get to those. We'll get to your morning after show in a second too. But so last night, Draisaitl did what Draisaitl's going to do. Oilers roll over the Preds. These are things that we kind of expected on the show yesterday. Things that we questioned yesterday. Woodcroft, he did it. He put them together. I said yesterday on the show, it's a genius move.
You wanted him fired.
Well, look, I still don't think you win a Stanley Cup with those 2 guys together. However, the asterisk I would put on this is if Jack Campbell plays the way he played last night, the soup is hot.
9-7-7.
9-7-7. 9-7-7. 9-7-7.
9.
You know who's a genius? Dustin Schwartz. And everybody's always like, oh, fire Schwartzy.
You know what? Just as Fogle scored the goal, Kevin and I were sitting together on the green chair. We had a nice Dustin Schwartz conversation as well. We really were hitting all the high notes last night.
Now, quickly on the chair, it's a bigger chair than I thought because you guys both seem somewhat comfortable, and it wasn't awkwardly close. You're a thin dude.
I'm a thinner man.
Kev's he's in nice shape.
Yeah, I mean, he's...
But yeah, it looked like you guys were pretty comfortable.
We had some room in between. Yeah, we could have fitted a third if you...
Yeah. Hey, guys, slide over. Let me get in here. Did you guys lose satellite signal during the game? No, we did not. Somebody brought you Tecmo Bowl? Whew.
Well,
I didn't bring us Tecmo Bowl, although I have chatted with the guys from Play More Tables and Games. So we'll see where this takes us. But
that's a good reminder, though, that text. Good guess, but good reminder.
But if Campbell plays the way that he played last night, you should be very excited. By you, I mean all of you listening and watching this morning. And I did not see a dominant night coming from Nuge, Fogle, and Hyman. But ladies and gentlemen, we got it last night. I don't know if that's a thing that happens again. I mean, I think you can make a case that line might not produce at that level again this season. Hyman, 4 points last night. Nuge, 3 points last night. Fogle, a goal and assist last night. Should have dropped the bloody gloves just to get the Warren Fogle, Gordie Howe hat trick. That would have been absolutely amazing.
Roger in the Paris Jewelers inbox, 780-218-9999.
Let me see here. Where's Roger at?
He's getting close. He's
sniffing
warm.
it.
He's
sniffing it. He's around it.
Oh, sniffing it too.
He's around it.
I can't.
All right, should we get into the morning after show?
Let's do it.
Let's get into the morning after show. Morning after show song is available inside the Nasty Club. If you're not yet signed up for the Nasty Club, we're talking swag, we're talking bonus content. You're getting the post show every single day, access to the goal songs. We're going to throw more songs in there as we continue to gather them and kind of group everything together. But go check it out. Tons of people have signed up for the Nasty Club already. We think it's good bang for your buck. If you take that premium membership, you're getting the hat, you're getting the shirt, you're getting the mug, you're getting an entry into a draw for the night out with us. Other draws there as well. There's monthly draws to be on the Hangout and a whole lot more. So check it out. Go to edmontonsportstalk.com and click on the Nasty Club and join all the other Nasties who've already signed up. You'll get on the monthly membership, you don't get the Nasty Club exclusive card, but on the 2 other memberships, you get the Nasty Club card, which will come numbered and everything.
And your donations, money finance, go to assisting Edmonton Sports Talk and furthering.
And marketing and merch. And,
which means more merch for you in the long run.
In the end, it's a very vicious, it's a cycle. It's an ecosystem. The Nasty Club is an ecosystem. Yeah. That's kind of what it is. So we're pretty excited about that. If you've not yet signed up, check it out. And eventually, once we figure out how people won't scam us. Now, I don't believe a lot of people who are in the Nasty Club will try to scam us on those bonus offers, but we are going to drop bonus offers from hopefully a ton of our clients. You can go in there and get some discounts as well. But let's get into the morning after show here. That's in the Nasty Club right here. This is one of the best ones I've done.
There's something happening here. The Oilers look a lot better this year. Another win, put 2 points on the board. Telling me your faith is restored. I think it's time you stop, listen, here we go. Wake up with the morning after show. This year's team's looking strong. Connor and Leon, they can't do no wrong. 6 o'clockers are losing their minds. Getting so many messages on the text line. Think it's time you stop, listen, here we go. Wake up with the morning after show.
That is just a perfect 6 o'clock hour type of song. Were you grinding out there on the guitar? Is that a lick? You pulling out the lick there? I like it. All right, EST, big moment that happened, buddy. What was the big moment that happened in this game?
Well, you're watching, you're watching the big TV networks, and they're showing the McDavid spin around.
Yeah,
and McDavid always makes. Again, I think the big moment that happened, again, it was with Kevin on the green chair. I seem to have watched the entire game with Kevin on the green chair, or at least all the big moments.
You guys, unlocked Fogle last
I guess so. But I'm going to go to just into the second period. Preds got on the board, power play goal.
Yeah.
Wheelers got in the box again.
Uh-oh.
And you're like, okay. And then what are we going to call it, like a mini scorpion? And I do think McDavid's spin move and all that kind of shadows Jack Campbell's kind of mini scorpion there. Made a big save. They were humming. I mean, you make it 4-2 at that point, and things kind of maybe, but then Draisaitl makes the Scorpion save. Draisaitl makes it 5-1, and there's your game. So I'm going to go for that little period in between Nashville getting on the board, Campbell denying them on another power play, and then Draisaitl making it 5-1. That little, what do you call it, a stanza, an episode, a chapter of the game.
That's good.
Moment.
I know, people will ask, and for the next day and a half in this market, because we're nuts and we love conversation, and we need content, there's going to be this discussion of, who starts the next game? There's no discussion. Jack Campbell starts the next game. I think you'd be crazy to go away from Jack Campbell after he just put together that game last night. Got to roll him back out there against Philly. And then, you see what happens. If he's lights out again, and maybe you run him one more time, then you get Stuart Skinner back in there. But
I don't think it's a tandem where it's like 1-1-1-1, right? Like you played lights out, you made 70 saves, but it's a tandem, so we have to go back. You ride with the hot guy now, and Campbell certainly, that was, kind of feels like it's been a long time coming, hey? For like a performance like that, it's
yeah. I think he's got to feel really, really good about what happened, especially after even though the first game of the year wasn't technically his fault.
No, but you've
probably still left you with a little bit of a sour taste in your mouth to come out, and it's a weird way to look at it because Draisaitl was great, that second line was really good, McDavid scored that rather ridiculous spinning goal there. But you can make a case that Jack Campbell is the best Oiler.
Well, and he's the surviving goaltender. They chased Saros from the net, right? That too is kind of a mental boost for him.
My big moment that happened, I'm going to go with the Hyman goal that put him up 2-0 because it came with a Bouchard point. And the Bouchard point is kind of the one thing I was maybe a little bit worried about on the Edmonton Sports Talk parlay yesterday. But we hit that, and at that point, you see the Oilers come out, bang in, get up 2-0. By the time they're up 4-0, you're sitting there going, all right, we've cashed this. We got the Bouchard assist. So I'll lay that Bouchard assist out there on Hyman. A couple points for Bouchard last night as well. A little scrap from Adam Ernie. They kind of all had it going last night. Super stat of the night. What jumps off the page the most for you?
I'll go with the 9 total points of that line, and that line being the Nuge, Hyman, and Fogle line. Again, going into yesterday, and you were talking, of course, with the nuclear option and everything, and we were kind of focusing there, but line number 2, again, Hopkins, Nugent Hopkins, Hyman, and Fogle. I'm going to go with the 9 points for them. That was just what the team needed.
Yeah, some of it coming on the power play, obviously, but that was a huge game for Fogle, McLeod, and Hyman, and I guess we'll see where it goes from here. Like we said, even when we were discussing this yesterday or the day before, it might have been on Monday even, we were having the chat. Like McDavid and Draisaitl, when they're put together, they're usually taken apart because nobody else is generating anything else. If Nuge, Hyman, and Fogle can, and I don't think anybody all of a sudden is going to sit here and go, wow, Nuge, Hyman, and Fogle is the answer on the second line. Lock it in, don't touch it, leave it together forever. It's one game. But if those guys as a trio can actually consistently produce, then maybe you can get away with leaving the big guys together for a longer stretch of time than maybe you would in other situations where a Nuge, Kane, Yamamoto line, for example, wouldn't have been able to get it done the last few years. I think my super stat of the night will be this. I love this fact. Connor McDavid, 17 minutes. Kane, 17 minutes. Draisaitl's the only Oilers forward who played more than 18 minutes. He ended up playing 21 minutes, but they managed, because of the situation they're in, when you get up 4-0, you had a chance to take a significant load off the big boys, and they managed to do that last night.
All fairly even on that department.
Yeah, I think that's good. Fourth star of the hockey game last night. Your 3 stars always got to sting the home crowd when the 3 stars are all from the visiting team. But how are you going to justify anything?
Well, good on them. We've seen, though, in the past, teams try to get around that.
Yeah.
I mean, you win 8-0 on the road.
How's Saros on this list?
Give him the 3rd, yeah.
Leon Draisaitl, Zach Hyman, and the Nuge. 4th star. Actually, I'm a little surprised. There's a couple options here. 4th star of the game?
Campbell.
Yeah, I think it has to be Campbell. I'm surprised Campbell's not one of the 3 stars.
And you're right. You guess you could make a case. I mean,
for show purposes, we could have gotten Fogle in there.
The line to have a thing. But yeah, it's Campbell there on the Knights, and good for him in the showing. And again, being the surviving goalie as Saros gets chased from the net.
38th star of the game last night. Look, UC Saros had a 636. 636.
And you could get Saros, right? I mean, that's always a thing.
Yeah, certainly capable of Sarosing a few people along the way. So, yeah, I'll go UC Saros. That's an easy one for me. Allows, 4 goals on 11 shots last night. So, yeah, that'll be your least valuable player of the game. Morning after show. Every single morning, right after the Oilers game. You can join us right here. Let's hear Joe Belineski. Oh, man, I love it. There's the overreaction one way over the last 2 games, and then there's the crazy overreaction coming out of this one as well. Belineski says, Fogle, 50 points this year. Book it. Wow. Optimism. Oilers fans to optimistic takes today.
You're going to live with me now. Yeah, I'm going to take care of you. Because I love you. I love you, Chunk.
Yes. Who doesn't love Chunk?
I think Joseph Kish may not love it.
I saw Joseph Kish.
He wants to talk PK
yeah,
here.
Oilers PK stinks. They're using Leon and Connor a lot on the PK. What's the point of the bottom 6 if you're just going to play those guys in every situation? Got to love Joseph. Look, somebody's got to keep people honest today, right? When it's all down in the doldrums the last few days, there's always optimistic guy who slides in. Everybody's loving today, and there's, negative guy who slides in. That's how it works. It's like the Force, right? You need the dark side of the Force to balance the either side of the Force.
Right?
I think that's how it. I think that's what that reference would be. Let's get to a sports update from. We haven't got to the news goal song yet. We checked off 3 of these boxes already. We'll get to the news goal song coming up. Gino Principe, by the way, he's our friend. He's been on a hangout twice now. Legendary move last night.
Well, the Oilers start the season last night, and he kind of starts the season as well.
Oh,
right?
you don't really start till you see Principe cruising around there, right? And he managed to hop on board and didn't drop the ball last night, but dropped something else. We'll get into that coming up. Let's get to a sports update.
Jack Campbell, 41 saves. Leon Draisaitl and Zach Hyman each with a 4-point evening. The Oilers pick up their first win of the season, 6-1 against the Preds down in Nashville. The Oilers visit Philly tomorrow. They'll return home to host the Jets Saturday night. Other action last night saw the Jets fall at home 5-1 to the Kings. Pierre-Luc Dubois with a goal in his return to Winnipeg. Just over 11,000 in attendance for that one. Vegas topping Dallas in a shootout 3-2. Hurricanes double up the Sharks 6-3. Canucks suffer their first loss of the season, shut out 2-0 by the Flyers. Avs win on the road 4-1 over Seattle. Colorado won 14 straight away from home. And off the ice, Habs forward Kirby Dach will miss the remainder of the season with a torn ACL and MCL in his right knee. Edmonton Oil Kings shut out on home ice 4-0 by the Rebels. Oil Kings round out a 6-game homestand Sunday against the Seattle Thunderbirds. And the Phillies hammering the Diamondbacks 10-0 to take a 2-0 lead in the NLCS. Just the lone game today. Rangers host the Astros. Texas holding a 2-0 series lead. First pitch, 6:03.
The Nielsen Show featuring Lieutenant Eric. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Nielsen Show on a Wednesday morning. Jam-packed show, by the way. Let's quickly lay this out for you. We're already in the second half of the show's 1/6 gone already.
Hump day?
Hump day. Busy one for you. We're going to have a little client. Nobody's guessed yet what went wrong at the client mixer last night. Some of you starting to sniff around it a bit, but nobody's guessed it yet. We'll get into that. I do want to get into that planted Chargers fan who apparently is not planted fan, but might still be some conspiracies around it. Me too. I still doubt it.
Why not?
Craig Button's going to join us just after 7 o'clock today. Coolbet hotline of the day. Does anybody out there right now want some winners? Because we're going to bring some more winners your way today. Hopefully, fingers crossed on that one. Free advice for water supplier Damon Bunting.
An all-around good guy.
And road rage guy.
Got the
We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
And I don't want to leave anybody out, but everybody last night was great. I hope
it was awesome.
But I don't want to miss anybody. But
I think I did manage to talk to everybody.
Did you get around? Yeah.
Well, it's a pretty good crowd here.
Yeah, it was.
But I did manage to. I think I did talk.
I
think I did manage to talk to everybody.
More than people at the Jets game.
You can text us anytime, 780-218-9999, the Paris Jewelers inbox. One of you will end up winning the A&W text of the day gift certificate. And grab that and go check out the A&W and their new Chicken Cruncher sandwiches. 3 crunch-tastic choices. Nashville Hot Chicken Cruncher, Chubby Chicken Cruncher, and the BLT Chicken Cruncher. I also think A&W invented the word crunch-tastic just for this, which I really respect. Nielsen Show is coming to you live from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studios, where advertising works. How about this? I love this. The burglar is in and says, "Good morning, boys. Yours truly," he means that's him, right? "Yours truly was driving through Swift Current, Saskatchewan last week.
Go Broncos.
I was getting so hungry, I punched in a Dairy Queen location into my phone and started driving. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a Popeyes Louisiana kitchen. I immediately turned into their parking lot and proceeded to...
Gets a little dirty in there, eh?
Yeah, to try it for the first time ever. And the delicious, spicy original chicken sandwich is now my favorite fast food restaurant item. Holy smokes. P.S. As Dusty says, advertising works. My man, you can't go wrong. I'm not lying. I'm not lying, man. The place is absolutely delicious. I can't wait till the one opens up just down the road here when they eventually launch that new location.
Platter play, mac and cheese, and the mashed potatoes.
I mean, they got
That's
the platters.
The way to go, yeah.
You can go to the combo. You get the bigger platter.
You got to get the platter, baby.
It's unbelievable. Get it at Popeyes, Louisiana Kitchen. But anyway, thanks for confirming that advertising works, burglar. That's great. Macramalla intros. Let's get those in. Here's the rest of the show for you. Craig Button, Coolbet Hotline of the Day. Damon Bunting, free advice. Eric Macramalla. We had, I think the first Macramalla intros today came in at around 3:50 this morning. Let's go here. Tommy Rubella, EST legal analyst and guy who would only agree to teach law if the university would let him teach a full credit course on orgy etiquette.
Yes.
People keep coming up with these hilarious Macramalla orgy texts. And they work.
And he was not at the mixer, just to confirm last night,
No.
so you can stop with the guesses revolving him. Right?
No,
like there was a lot of guesses
it wasn't
on
that.
You kind of popped up on that.
It wasn't that. EST legal analyst and guy whose client mixers always end up becoming a perfect mix of the plots from The Sound of Music and the first 3 Saw movies. Oh, that's pretty good. Jen is in on the Nasty Chat this morning and says, Dusty, apparently they sell a sloth mask from Goonies at Spirit of Halloween. Can you please be sloth for Halloween and then continue to wear the mask when you play the Goonies clip? Well, is Halloween on a weekday?
Tuesday.
Oh, perfect. We should dress up for Halloween.
Yeah. I'm way ahead of you there.
I could put on the sloth mask and just hear her go, hey, you guys.
Well, the whole show, just sweating in that thing. You know, I
Yeah.
get all humid and hot. And
Yeah.
the whole show, a full 3 hours.
You can bring me in a Baby Ruth. I think that's the chocolate bar that sloth likes. We might have to do some more Con Air trivia later today, Maddie. I was rattled all day because I didn't get that Casey question. I was just, it pissed me off all day.
Yeah.
I need more redemption. 780-218-9999 or hit us up in the Nasty Chat this morning as well. Let's get the nude song. Let's get this nude song in, and then we can move on to the client mixer. We can't not play the nude song this morning. It's a goal song day right here on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Grow a mustache cause he's too young, but he's playing like a superstar. Oilers took him at number 93 on, and he's been great so far. No one was sure if he would make the team. Scott said his vision was the very best. Game-winning goals and 5-point nights. It sure looks like he passed the test. He's like 99 in a way. He rarely makes a mistake. He's on the right track, baby. Oh, the Nuge can play. Just make your way to the net. Stick on the ice and you're set. The Nuge will find you, baby. He was born to play. Along with
Dry? Not.
Everly, safe to say the Nuge can play. Baby, oh, the Nuge can play. Along with
Dry? Not.
Everly, safe to say the Nuge can play. On the right track, baby, oh, the Nuge can play.
Oh, the Nuge can play indeed. And he's driving a line. Or is Fogle driving the line? Or is Hyman driving the line?
Who's in the box?
It's just
Who's
a bunch
in the
of
box?
line drivers. Who's driving the line? Who's driving the
I
line?
want Fogle in the truck and then Nugent Hyman in the box, just kind of, doing their thing.
Well, Fogle had mentioned to Kevin, because they're at a golf tournament,
Yes.
that he's thinking about getting back into the truck. He's driving an SUV.
SUV, yeah.
So, yeah. Me, I'm like, as a transitioning truck guy, I could see it really working for him.
Maybe the model you don't choose from Park Mazda, we can kind of forward on to Warren.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking a couple for a spin.
You can
And
know how it goes.
he can have my sloppy seconds. So we got that going for us today. All right, I want to bring up Principe. Principe is a god. He's a legend. He just handles things that not a lot of people would handle properly. Like Gino is just an all-time GOAT, and he did it again last night. Most of you probably saw it anyway, but if you didn't, this is an intermission just before going back to play. Nashville's rolling out a bunch of different hot dogs for teams. So Gino was going to take the Edmonton dog.
I like the idea.
Which was it's kind of like a poutine.
It's a neat idea.
A poutine sort of dog mix. And this is what happened. God love Gino Principe.
Nashville at the Bridgestone Arena, they have decided, oh my gosh, I think I just dropped my hot dog. Can you wipe that down? I just dropped, oh man, I'm a loser because I'm definitely not a wiener. It just fell to the floor.
That obviously wasn't planned. Like, that pun wasn't planned.
No.
And some people might say, oh, it's cheesy and it's shtick. But that's just genius to be in a situation where most people would probably crumble. But Gino not only crumbles, but just then knocks a massive, massive pun out of the midair. Like, just rakes it over the wall in right field. What a legend.
There's a lot to process from that whole clip, but oh my gosh.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
That kind of got me.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's take it. Let's run it back here.
Nashville at the Bridgestone Arena, they have decided, oh my gosh,
oh, my gosh. I wonder what he really wanted to say there.
Well, that's just it.
Yeah. Fogle, Nuge, and Hyman being a dominant line.
They have decided, oh my gosh,
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Principe, you're the best ever. God, you can't top it. I mean, there's nobody better in the biz at doing what he does the way he does it. It's not even a comparable. He's the best. Absolute best. Here's a good text message. Surveyor Brett. I brought this up, and I see you replying to him being like, what's the deal today? I like you trying to close crack pack deals.
He wanted to bust in here at the opening
like the
minutes,
Kool-Aid man?
And I was like, dude, the door locked. We got to give it some time till the sun comes up. So
Nashville Predators, more like Nashville Predators. Boom, boom, boom. You know what? We need Phrase sitting in here on a snare drum.
with the snare.
Or whatever that drum is that does the boom. What's that? A kick drum? Not a kick drum. There's the snare. Yeah, the snare. Yeah, so a snare drum.
A higher, yeah.
And with a cymbal. Yes. I think that's how it works. Nashville Predators, more like Nashville Predators.
Yeah, and the Chris Hansen text from earlier this morning too. Beautiful, just beautiful. They are. I don't think they are related, Chris Hansen and Leon Draisaitl, but
probably not. Keep the messages rolling into the nasty chat. We'll try to sort through them all. It's obviously a busy day. People are hammering both the inbox and the nasty chat today. Can you guys find the clip of the Hurricanes commentator talking about Fogle and driving a pickup truck? That comes in from Super Mario. And, that's somewhere in the file, like the 32,000 files that we have in the old vault. It's somewhere in there.
Play, can you do a...
you want to take a random shot at it?
Maybe like 37? File 37,
File 37?
If that's the McGinn pickup truck file.
That would be rather ridiculous. Oh, I don't think let's see here. No. Have we updated the network credentials, Maddie? Probably. Oh, for some reason I can't connect. It's not the end of the world. We got lots of other stuff to play today. We'll look at it later. All right, so first ever Edmonton Sports Talk client mixer last night. Once again, a huge thanks to all of our clients. Just a great crew. Like, that was just, as we were walking out last night, you said, you know what I really like is that we're really only working with good people. Like, everybody there was awesome last night. There wasn't a single prick in the entire mix. It was just a really nice crew that was there last night. Everybody seemed to enjoy themselves. The Oilers got the win. The mingle was good. It was, what do you got there? You got access to the thing? Just tell me. What's going on?
Can we pot me up?
You don't want me to pot you up? Enjoy themselves. The Oilers got the win.
Hold up. No. This will be all worth it.
What is this guy doing here?
Fogle drives one.
What?
Fogle drives one. Fogle drives one. Fogle drives one.
How'd you get that?
Fogle drives one.
Okay, wait a second.
Fogle drives one.
Let's try something.
Fogle drives one.
Let's try something. Wait, I'm going to do this. And then after it does our intro, you start mixing that in.
The Nielsen Show featuring Lieutenant Eric. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Fogle drives one. Fogle drives one. Fogle drives one. Fogle drives one.
Well, that worked out well. That worked out really well.
A big win.
All right.
Fogle drives one.
Lieutenant Eric's computer's in the mix.
That's, I mean, it's.
So where do you even track that down?
Oh, I can't tell you.
Wow, it's a secret.
Maddie knows. Don't you, Nat?
What is this?
Look at those eyebrows. Yeah. Maybe we'll get the full clip by the end of the show.
The full clip by the end of the show. Right.
Fogle drives one.
Maybe you just need that.
Maybe we just, I don't even know how much more we need than Fogle drive. VR Montenegro says, the lab is back. Oh, not only is the lab back, but it could be way better than the old lab with the mixing of it to get. Like,
yes, we just need to.
Just fine-tuning lab stuff.
To get really nerdy and off course here. Burley, where are we at?
Burley's expensive. Burley's expensive, but it might be an asset that I had to kind of look at.
But they were going to give you a... Weren't you talking to them? And they were
well, no, that's just be straight. I had to pay for that one. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to weasel our way into that. Thought Maddie might be able to find a legal copy online somewhere, but apparently not. Going to have to pay for this thing. So we'll see.
All right, well.
We'll see how it sorts it out. Anyway, nobody guessed it. Nobody guessed what happened last night at the Client Mixer. So Client Mixer last night was an amazing time. We had an awesome time. Once again, huge thanks to everybody who came out, all our sponsors, everybody who makes this possible. We had a lot of response last night from clients who are like, we've had people come in and say that they're coming here because we support you guys. And to be honest with you, I'm going to get emotional, but that's really nice.
It is nice.
That's really nice.
I did get emotional last night.
Like that, here I'm using the term again, the ecosystem. It's like an Edmonton Sports Talk ecosystem. Our clients help us. We promote them. You go to them. They see the success. It circles back around, and it's just this. It's cyclical, and it just keeps going, right? So hit up Popeyes, hit up A&W, hit up Mr. Mike's, hit up Boston Pizza, hit up Wayne's, hit up Pro-Am, like just wherever you need metal supermarket,
Spectrum
get
Rental.
Your meat at like it's great. So it was a fun time last night. But the one thing that went wrong, nobody would ever guess, and I didn't guess. I thought I was, because we're having pizza, we're having chips, we're having some drinks, and I was like, what about for the health freaks?
A little bit of fiber, yeah.
Well, yeah. So I picked up a veggie tray yesterday on the way in, and we set it up, and nobody had touched it. And I said, because the top was still on, so I was like, oh well, you know what? I'll open it up.
Crack this thing, yeah.
Kind of crack this, and then maybe some people will come and get the ranch dip and the veggies. It was the cauliflower and the carrots and the peas and all that stuff. So I open it up, and I don't know, maybe my sense of smell isn't great. It didn't hit me right away. But I open it up, and then I come out of the boardroom, and Gage right away was like, who opened up the broccoli? And I was just like, what do you mean? And then Chelsea was standing there, and she's like, oh my God, that stinks. And I was like, what? And so I opened up this veggie tray, and the broccoli just reeked to high heaven. And I think we left it there for like an hour. Didn't Tommy come out? What did Tommy say?
Well, we closed it back up, and Tommy thought like Gager had crapped his pants.
Yeah, Tommy came out to Eric
because he didn't know that it was
Gager crapped his pants.
We all solved the murder mystery that it was the veggie tray with the lid back on.
So we tried to cover it.
But then Tommy came out from the pre or whatever, and he's like, "Hey, you had that smell earlier."
Yeah.
And I was like, no, everybody's fine. It's that thing. And he goes, no, wait. And he goes and just gives it a crack.
No, don't do that.
Cracks it. And he looks at me like it was like you're boiling pounds of cabbage and rotten.
It was disgusting.
Carcasses of. I mean, it was something. It floored you.
Broccoli is the worst.
I would rather have Gager crap his pants. That would have been more.
It probably
would have
smelled
pleasant
better.
Smell. Yeah.
That probably would have smelled better.
It was something else.
That was the only thing that went wrong last night at the Client Mixer. Is that broccoli was absolutely disgusting. And on the thing, it says it was good for like 3 more days. So, false sense of like I got.
Was the broccoli though, not the ranch or the
no, it was the broccoli. People confirmed it was the broccoli. Okay. And finally, Gager closed the lid on it again at the end. He goes, "I'm making the call on this. We're getting rid of this."
Took it out back.
Took the whole thing out back. Shot it in the head, and it ended up working out okay from there. But this is what I get. Like, do you think I wanted a tray of veggies at the mixer? No, of course not.
You're trying to be
trying
the
to
guy.
be nice, trying to be like, hey, look, we're offering veggies too for everybody, and it backfired on me. So never again will I bring veggies to any sort of gathering ever.
They had their chance.
Because that was gross. Yeah. And I'm looking at you, Save On Foods. And I can say this because I'm a Save On guy.
Your name names.
Through and through. I bleed Save On Foods blood. 3 different locations. Made more at Save On when I was 19 than I did probably in my first 10 years in broadcasting. So I'm always grateful to say. I started at Overweighty Foods. I worked at Overweighty and helped them open Overweighty. That's where it started.
Really?
Overweighty Foods. So that's what led to Save On.
Oh.
I was there when they transitioned to Save On. Like, I'm an OG. So I feel like I've got...
this is a BC thing, is it?
Is that what...
Overweight. I've never heard of that before.
Foods,
yeah.
This is, it wasn't Overweighty Foods here? And then... Oh, anyway. So and I was there when Overweighty existed.
Neat.
Now, so I love the place. But you can't do me like that. I can't go in to my place and come out looking the way I did last night with this broccoli
client
delivery.
Mixer.
Yeah. My first client mixer. And a place that I love and adore screwed me over on the broccoli.
You're not alone, though. A few Veggie Tray horror stories have been flying in. 780-218-9999. Happened to us at a party 2 weeks ago. Tray open, and we had to put it outside. So bad.
What?
It floors you.
What's going on
really
with the veggies nowadays? Yeah. You can't get good produce anywhere?
One person, though, you can return groceries due to dissatisfaction.
Yeah, they were gone already.
I
think that's... Did you ask me? Did you ask me? You got the receipt for this? And I was like, I don't know.
Maybe you just go in later today and demand satisfaction. No receipt, no veggie
but I
tray.
also don't like causing a stir.
Excuse me.
Especially at my place.
Well, only car rental.
Yeah, exactly.
Victor
place. Sloboda says, it will forever be known as the Veggie Tray Massacre. It was almost like a Costanza thing where everybody wanted to push past everybody and get out of the building.
Like flies all around the room.
Yeah. No, it's good. We'll be all right. But lesson learned. 780-218-9999. Good morning, boys. The Oilers have risen from the ashes. Could you please give an Alaskan conch to Barry? He probably wished he was an Oiler still. That's in from Atif today. All right, Atif, we got you, man. A conch for Tyson Barrie. VR Montenegro says Veggie Tray Massacre is a sweet rapper name. I got the latest LP from Veggie Tray Massacre. That kind of works, actually. All right, let's get into this because I still don't know who to believe on this story. We're going to come back around to Oilers and Preds, obviously. Craig Button's coming up. More on Jack Campbell. More on the... It's too early to give Fogel, Hyman, and Nuge a name, but if we were going to name the Nuge, Hyman, Fogel line, what would it be? Nuge Hyfo? Probably not going to work. Hyman, Nuge, Fogel.
How about this? RNHZHWF.
No, I don't think that'll work either. Okay. But if you want to get creative with it and have some fun as we overreact the other way today, feel free. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Or in the nasty chat today. So this Chargers fan at Monday Night Football, she was losing her mind. They went back to her so often. And considering that stadium probably had a ton of Cowboys fans, people are like, this is a plant. The NFL has planted this woman to come across as a huge Chargers fan. And that's why they kept cutting back to her so far. And yeah.
AI, right? They had the old AI fans there.
So much.
So I was like, well,
so much technology available at these stadiums nowadays. So then yesterday, she apparently appeared on McAfee. And I don't know if we can necessarily know that wasn't even an AI situation. Right? So... Yeah. Pull up your eyes, just like Pat. Yeah.
But, you're right.
And then the other guy who never is around. He always is in the other room. I don't know. What is he? Why is he not there with the crew? Anyway, I still don't believe it. I'm still not 100% sure that she wasn't a plant. And then Maddie last night at the party, because we're talking about this at the mixer, and Maddie shows a picture of her like losing her mind in a Vikings. Was it Vikings? Yeah, it was a Vikings jersey. But then I saw somebody say, well, she said she didn't become a Chargers fan until like 2017. So
how do you go from Vikings to what is going on here?
Well, you're telling me if they were to plant her on an NFL broadcast, they couldn't also plant her on a McAfee show, which is on ESPN? Like, so I still can't buy it. I still leaning more towards plant than non-plant for this Chargers fan, and you probably know the woman we're talking about.
I think they're all talking on the EST Hangout yesterday of how Americans kind of create the entertainment. This is a classic case. Put it in the textbook. It's all a ruse. Take
the plant, put it on McAfee so they don't suspect her to be a plant, but she's still a plant.
It's all a cast of characters. And when the end credits
Brilliant
come, you see
move.
them all. Yeah, this is that, and that is this. And AJ Hawk.
Yeah, he's the guy who's never there, right?
Why do you? It's the camera on his face is so like it's right on his face always. Like,
is he never in studio with McAfee?
I don't really.
I feel like he's in prison or something.
I don't know.
Like I don't know why
It's
you wouldn't
all
be in the
fake.
studio. It looks like a fun time.
He's fake. She's fake.
Yeah. Do we even know if McAfee's real and not some amazing AI plant by the American broadcast industry to take things to another level? I don't know, man.
They're corrupting our youth.
Alan is in and says it's an AI video. You can do anything nowadays. For all we know, that wasn't Nuge, Hyman, and Fogel last night. It's just an AI version of it that they snuck into Sportsnet.
I don't even know who you are anymore, really. You could be
I'm truck guy now.
It's not like I touch you every morning.
Yeah.
You could be
Yeah, that's a good point.
You could be a hologram for all
Yeah. I think we joked about it, how this is actually when we got killed at TSN 1260, we're in purgatory now, and this is just what it is.
Yes.
And it's awesome. We'll get to do this forever.
The building the building blew up, and now we're all in this kind of semi-universe here. They get stuck in between, eh?
I think
this
so.
is where we are for eternity.
Which is not bad. All the the client mixer was good
I'll
last
stay
night and
here
everything.
It's fine.
Yeah. 780-218-9999. Oh, map guy's still
I know,
texting in.
and I think he's got.
Did he found our location?
He's been trying to guess where we are because he's a map guy, and that's kind of what he does. He loved the chase.
Hey, LTE, if your address isn't this one, I give up. And let me know if you want me to send your EST logo digitally, and I'll get that map made up to you. Yeah, we should definitely get him.
Do that, yeah.
Yeah, let's get him.
Then he follows up with, "I'm your greatest cartographer ever."
Okay, let's.
So a conch for him. No, he
Okay, all right, okay,
here,
sure.
Like,
all right, I was going to start questioning it.
Cartography.
It's like the plant lady. Like, oh, she's not a plant. He's the greatest cartographer ever. What is it? Sheldon is in and says, did you see her background? She's obviously a huge Chargers fan. Sheldon.
Yeah, but it's obvious.
Sheldon, if my aunt had a wiener, she'd be my uncle. Like there's, you can put anything. It could have been a green screen. Like, do you not realize just because of the background? Come on, Sheldon, you're better than this. You think this is real? You don't think this is some figment of your imagination? We're not really touching this.
Don't get
great
got.
rap from William Huff. Are you nuts?
Don't get got.
Also, shout out to the guy. I didn't get to him earlier, but he's like listening somewhere where it's 2:00 in the afternoon. I can't remember where, but put it on the map. Let's get the map. Let's put that one on the map. Grandpa Dave is in. I think this is the first time Grandpa Dave has chimed in. Gazzola is definitely AI. No one's hair is that perfect.
Certainly wins the best dress last night at the client mixer, I would say. Hey, I mean, he was here for the pre and post. He's looking good and looking fly.
He was looking pretty good. Wasn't wearing a tie. Had a nice suit on. Nice gray suit on.
Yeah,
Gager had the leather jacket on. By the way, should we have that Gager leather jacket discussion? How about this? Listen to this. Gager, if you're watching, buddy, we're going to have to talk about this jacket.
Speaking of fakes.
Yeah.
I mean, leather daddy? I don't know.
Leather daddy.
Plastic daddy, yeah. I mean, he sits here for the pre or post.
Yeah, and he has his elbows right like this.
Yes, and you're right, and that's what I'm thinking of the position. So I roll in here this morning, and there's this black kind of mass kind of stained into
we're like, what is this?
New table.
What is this? A brand new desk.
Luckily, it all wiped off, but I think those jackets he's rolling out are.
What happens is Gager gets so fired up on the post-game show, and the leather jacket
flea market
sweaty,
jackets.
So he starts sweating, and he was rubbing the leather or pleather off onto the desk, which we just need to have better desk etiquette around here. Like
elbows off the desk.
It was a little disappointing. A little disappointing. See, old Gil says supposedly the same girl was in a Vikings jersey going crazy the year before. Well, I thought she said that was years before.
Mike says apparently her son plays for a local football club called the Vikings. We can keep adding to this and adding to this and adding to this.
Yeah, she's a plant.
Glitch in the Matrix.
I'll never believe that she's not a plant. She's like the guy who takes off all the T-shirts and goes around to all the stadiums and dances like a madman. I love him. But you're going to see her pop up with a different haircut in Houston next year.
And it'll be the first time we've seen her. Oh, my God, look at this.
Look at this.
Look at that. Have
Trying
you seen
to pull
anything
a quick one on us again? Did you see that? What was that show? Capture? Was it Capture? Where they AI the guy's face and it's a real scam. AI is scary nowadays,
it's
man.
terrible.
Like, it's wild.
Terrible.
And now we're being duped. We're being duped by the National Football League. All right, let's get to a sports rewind for Universal Rewind. That's coming up. Craig Button's going to pop by. Weekly rankings of power on the way in hour number 3. We got a jam-packed show the next 2 hours. If you missed the goal songs, we'll circle back around. Don't you worry about that.
Le Chateau leather. Maybe he's getting his jackets from Le
From Le Chateau. That's good. Craig Button's coming up, but let's get to a sports rewind with Lieutenant Eric.
Leon Draisaitl and Zach Hyman each with 4 points. Jack Campbell, 41 saves. Oilers win number 1 of the season, 6-1 down in Nashville over the Preds. Oilers will visit Philly tomorrow. They'll return home to host the Jets Saturday night. Jets with a 5-1 loss to the Kings last night. Pierre-Luc Dubois with a goal in his return to Winnipeg. Just over 11,000 in attendance for that one. Vegas topped Dallas in a Western shootout 3-2. Hurricanes double up San Jose 6-3. Canucks suffer their first loss of the season, shut out by Philly 2-0. Avs win on the road 4-1 over Seattle, make it 14 straight away wins for Colorado. And off the ice, Habs forward Kirby Dach, he'll miss the remainder of the season. It's a torn ACL and MCL in his right knee. Oil Kings shut out on home ice, 4-0 by Red Deer. Edmonton round out a 6-game homestand Sunday against Seattle. And on the diamond, the Phillies hammering the Diamondbacks 10-0. They lead the NLCS 2-0. Just the lone game today, Rangers host the Astros. Texas also up in that series 2-0. First pitch 6:03. Sports update brought to you by Universal Rewind. Maintenance days aren't just for hockey players. Electric motors need that tender loving care as well. Contact Universal Rewind to have them properly maintain your motors. Choose experience, expertise, and quality. Choose Universal Rewind.
The Nielsen Show featuring Lieutenant Eric. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk.
.02 on the Nielsen Show. Dustin Nielson and Lieutenant Eric with you. Coming up here in hour number 2, Mr. Lean will pop in. We'll dive into a Coolbet hotline of the day. Crushed a couple Oilers parlays last night, and the accounts are flush. So we'll get into that. Free advice for local slumlord Damon Bunting, who's providing us with water now. That's great. If you need any advice, what do you need help with? 780-218-9999 into the Paris Jewelers inbox or in the Nasty Chat over on YouTube this morning as well. And then Eric Macramalla, EST legal analyst and blank. Fill that in. He's going to join us coming up here around 7:45. Our first guest of the day is brought to you by Pro-Am Sports, your go-to source for the new Oilers Heritage Classic gear, from jerseys to hats and literally everything in between. I think they just launched some new T-shirts yesterday. I saw that. You want to get the Heritage Classic T-shirt, you can get that. Visit them in store, St. Albert Trail, 1 block north of the Yellowhead, or online at proamsports.ca and tell them that Edmonton Sports Talk sent you, and they would love to hear that. Craig Button slides in. Mr. Button, good morning. How you doing, man?
I am really, really well. How are you guys today?
We're cruising along. We hosted a client mixer yesterday, and I brought a veggie tray, and when we opened it, the broccoli smelled horrible, and it almost ruined the night, Craig. Have you ever ran into bad-smelling veggies at an event?
Yeah, see, that's what happens when you have an event like that. Don't bring a veggie tray. Who's ever excited about a veggie tray?
I hate veggie trays, but I thought
you were trying to fill
it might
out the
be
room,
nice to offer. We had pizza, we had chips.
A little fiber, you know?
Let's offer the veggie tray. Like, we had some beverages, we had non-alcoholic beverages, we had water,
we had Coke and Diet
Coke
Coke.
and Diet
Yeah,
Coke.
yeah.
I just thought that the veggie tray kind of completed the whole night, and instead it almost ruined it. You know, it's tough.
Yeah, and see, that's what happens. See, vegetables never enhance a night. People never leave and go, geez, I wish there was a veggie tray there. Or, geez, can you believe they didn't have a veggie tray? Like, nobody ever leaves that. Now, if you didn't have pizza or you didn't have a beer or non-alcoholic, I can get that. But nobody ever goes, Can you believe that they had that event? No veggie tray.
That's great. You know what? Lesson learned as a new business. You know, like we won't worry about the veggie. Nobody's ever left an event saying, "Man, why wasn't there a veggie tray there?" That's good. Now they did enjoy. We were here watching the Oilers game with them, and Edmonton needed that type of game, didn't they? After the first two, to come out and convincingly take one from Nashville.
Yes, they did. To answer the question, they played pretty well offensively on Saturday versus Vancouver. It was the blunders defensively at even strength. It's like, why do you make those mistakes? In my view, Edmonton should have won Saturday's game 3-1. Rick Tocchet, you're happy with a win, but he knew that was. They went and they took care of business. And to me, that's, if you want to be taken seriously as a Stanley Cup contender, that's what you do. Take care of business. I know it's a long season. I know that the playoffs don't begin to April, but take care of business. Show everybody around the league, hey, you're going to be a hard out. You're going to be a difficult team to play against. I watched the game last night with Vegas and Dallas, and it's hard to believe early in the season you could have a playoff caliber game this soon, but that's the way the game was, because those two teams are ready to take care of business, and that's what I want to see from Edmonton, and they did that last night. And Jack Campbell looked sharp. He looked really sharp in the win as well. I know it says 6-1, but Jack was asked to step up and make some really good, important saves.
Yeah, there were a number of really good looks that Nashville had that Jack Campbell managed to deny them on. Really good game from him. I know that there's a ton of offensive output. That second line we'll get to in a second. Draisaitl had a big night again against the Nashville Predators, but probably the most important thing coming out of that game was the play of Jack Campbell. Even in the first game of the year, which I guess we haven't talked to you since it happened, he got yanked partway through that one, but I kind of felt bad for him because the team in front of him really left him hung out to dry here. So after the game that he put together, and we know we're going to be asked a question by a bunch of people, but you roll him back out against Philly, right? Tomorrow? Doesn't it? It would be, I think, surprised me if they went back to Skinner.
Yeah, one of the things that I believe when I look at the tandem there, you look at Jack, you look at Stewart. I think it's a good tandem, and I think they can be a really good tandem. And I don't think that you have to just necessarily roll back to Jack. I would I would play him against Philly. I would, but. One of the things that, like measuring it, trying to understand when Jack's going to be, has an opportunity to be at his best. And, that comes from internally, from the data they collect, and not just numbers in the game, but also, okay, does he lose a lot of weight after a game? How quickly can he rebound and be physically ready? All those things that go into it. But I would start him early in the season. But I think that the Edmonton Oilers have a tandem there. And they're going to have to ride the tandem. I'm not so fussed about who's number one, who's number two. We saw last year Skinner take the reins, and he performed not admirably, he performed very, very well down the stretch. And if that happens again this year, and it's Jack that gets it, I don't see that as a bad move. I think that they have the ability, and I hate to go way back in time, but the Oilers rode Morgan Fuhr like that to a lot of success.
Yeah, it worked out pretty well.
Craig, we talked.
Unlike your veggie tray.
Oh, jeez. Enough with the veggie tray, Craig. We're trying to move past it.
Craig, what's your favorite vegetable?
My favorite vegetable? Tomatoes. Is tomato a vegetable or a fruit?
We're not ready for that on this show yet, Craig. We can't spend a whole show on that. That throws it completely off the rails.
But I do it on purpose because people inevitably go, well, is it a vegetable? Is it a fruit? Whatever. I love tomatoes. So if you brought like just tomatoes, I'd go
a tomato tray.
A little bit.
Nice fresh tomato. Yeah.
That's something that's not out there yet. Really.
Craig, McDavid and Draisaitl paired up. We were talking about that yesterday, kind of that nuclear button option that Woodcroft has, and everybody had their opinion on it, yay or nay. But then Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Zach Hyman, Fogle, goals at even strength, 9 points total, a few of them on the power play. Just your thoughts on that line last night, and what do you see from it moving forward?
Well, I love that term. I'm going to use that, Eric. The nuclear option of 97 and 29. That's a great term to describe, what Jay has at his fingertips. When you get more depth down your line, and you touched on it, even strength, like that's always a positive. Getting more productivity deeper down your lineup, being hard to play against. Zach Hyman, I don't care what line you put him on, he's hard to play against. I was so lucky in my time with the Dallas Stars. We had Jere Lehtinen, and I've said this before. I'll continue to say, Zach Hyman to me is really a player similar in type to Jere Lehtinen. Wherever you put him, he makes it work. Whatever situation you put him in, he excels. And I think that you need a little boost somewhere deeper down your lineup. You put Zach there. If you need a little boost for Connor or for Leon, you put him with them. I think it's such a unique skill that Zach possesses that allows other players to really get their game in order. And I think that the Oilers needed that from that second line against the Nashville Predators, and that's important. It's important when you can look down your bench and know that at any given moment somebody can find a way to chip in a goal. I think that becomes really, really important for any team that again wants to take themselves seriously as a contender. You need that from your lineup.
TSN analyst Craig Button with us here on the Nielsen Show this morning. Up next for the Oilers, they will go to Philly. Philly last night shutting out the Vancouver Canucks. What can you tell us about Philly this year, Craig? We're not too familiar with them just yet. What type of matchup should the Oilers be expecting tomorrow?
Okay, so in the game versus Vancouver, the score said 2-0. It should have been 12-0. If it wasn't for Thatcher Demko, that would have been a demolition. Oh no, it was like Thatcher Demko. I saw Quinn Hughes' quote after the game. He said he kept us in it. No, he didn't keep you in the game. He kept you from being embarrassed in the game on the scoreboard. That's what Thatcher did. He was. I mean, it was like, and how bad it was frightening for Vancouver. Now, what are the Oilers going to get with the fun? The Flyers are fast. The Flyers are fast, and they attack and they transition really well. We're talking about a team that missed the playoffs. We're talking about a team that's, I don't know if the Flyers ever embrace a rebuild, but they're in a retool rebuild mode. But they're fast and they come after you and they're going to make plays and they're going to attack the net. The other thing that the Flyers they have players now, and some of their younger players, Bobby Brink, Tyson Forster, Konechny's out. They attack the net. They attack you inside the dots, and they attack. That's an area defensively 5-on-5, and defensive play 5-on-5 doesn't just begin in your defensive zone. It begins with making good decisions, entering the offensive zone, not throwing the puck away in the offensive zone, because the Flyers will take full advantage of it. They'll transition quick, so the Oilers got to be really attuned to their play with the puck and not be chasing back to their own net, because the Flyers want to go to the net. They take the puck to the net and they play fast and they attack. So if you want to beat a Flyers team at this point in the season, you're going to have to be really sharp and really defend inside the dots in your own zone.
Elsewhere around the league last night, I know people in Winnipeg, the fan base in Winnipeg was – They really liked the deal. They liked the Pierre-Luc Dubois deal, as they should. I thought they got some really significant pieces. But last night, Dubois rolls back in, scores the first goal. The Kings blow by the Jets. There's like 11,000 people in attendance last night. That one stings for Winnipeg Jets fans, doesn't it? Probably for Chevy as well, watching Dubois and the Kings roll in and beat them the way they did.
Yeah, and when Eric was doing the sports recap, it really caught my. I didn't until he said 11,000 people in the building. I didn't even really look at the attendance last night. It's a game. Your Jets have played a really good game on Saturday to win. 11,000. This early in the season in Winnipeg, that really caught me off guard. Now that being said. I thought the Winnipeg Jets played an outstanding first period. And then, again, I talk about just how I was talking about the Flyers. You got to wear down a defense. And how do you wear down a defense? Just make them turn and go back for pucks. Well, the second period starts, and even into the third, and specifically the third, And the Jets now want to make plays lateral. They want to make lateral plays, east-west plays, and they just got eaten alive. And so you show that you can do it for a period and a half, and then you just lose it. And then a good team like the LA Kings, Edmonton fans know how good the Kings are. They played the Oilers back-to-back years in the playoffs. You have to be really sharp against that team. As it relates to Pierre-Luc Dubois, really good player. He scores that goal. And, I mean, Pierre-Luc, he soaked it up. He gave it the old, like, hey, here I am. You know, I know you're not going to be cheering me, but bottom line is I like the trade for the Winnipeg Jets. But, you know, when Pierre-Luc comes back, and there was two people cheering for him, though, in the building last night. That was his mom and dad. Eric is an assistant coach with the Manitoba Moose. So he knows he had two people cheering for him when he scored that goal last night. But, you know, the Jets, again, like being able to sustain really good, purposeful play over the course of 60 minutes and over the course of a season, it's not easy to do. But that's what's required for success. The Jets did it for 30 minutes against LA, and they paid a price with a pretty significant loss that didn't look good on them.
Velarde got hurt as well, lower body.
Yeah, I think he
left the game.
Early in the game, Eric. Yeah.
When it rains, it pours.
You know, he like Kirby Dach, and it's unfortunate for Kirby. We saw Kirby get that wrist injury just prior to the World Junior. You know, just in the pre-tourney game, and Gabe's had some injury woes too, some unfortunate ones, and innocent play over in the corner, and Lizotte comes out and he just banged the knee. And as he went off the ice, you're kind of going, oh, that doesn't look good. And you hope it's not bad. But, you know, Gabe has had some of those injuries too. And, you know, early in the season, you don't want to see that happen to any player specifically, but certainly for the Winnipeg Jets. Gabe was looking good on that top line with Scheifele and Connor.
Yeah, a real nice spot for him to be in. I don't know, obviously eyes in Edmonton are on Los Angeles because, you know, playoff matchups and possibly another one coming up here. Do you think the Kings made themselves significantly better in that trade by bringing in Pierre-Luc Dubois and giving up the pieces that they did? Or is that to be determined still, I guess?
Well, here's the way I would look at it. What they're trying to do is, like, I mean, they gave up three really good players that help your team be better. And I think that's why Kevin is happy in Winnipeg and Jets fans are happy. And I think it does make the Jets a deeper, better team. But you not only get Dubois, but now what they're hoping for is Byfield's going to take a step forward, right? Kaliev's going to take a step forward. They got the young Alex Laferriere, you know, a college player, a little bit older in their lineup as a rookie. Grunstrom's getting a chance to take a. So you're not only getting Pierre-Luc Dubois, but you're hoping that those younger players can take a significant step forward. So if they can do that, then they'll be at least as good. And I think it's a good team. I look at the LA Kings, and to me, can the goaltending hold up? Todd McLellan is a really good coach. The defensive play is always solid, but can the goaltending hold up? I think that's where they sacrificed some dollars. It was in the net minding position. But when you play really good defense and you have really good solid blue liners, you know, you say, well, we're not going to give up a lot. We don't need a stand on your head goaltender. But that's where my concern lay with the LA Kings. But up front, they're hoping that Byfield and Kaliev and Grunstrom and Laferriere can step in and do some of the things that the players they traded away did. And you know, you afford Pierre-Luc Dubois now at that dollars with the idea that those other players I just mentioned are not going to be paid as much.
Greg, as always, man, really appreciate it. Thanks a lot for visiting with us today, and we'll catch up with you next Tuesday.
Finishing thought. Nobody ever leaves a party ever going, geez, did you see that vegetable tray? Boy, was that ever good. Thanks to Dustin for bringing the vegetable tray.
See you later, man. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
Yeah, geez, I thought I was doing a nice thing with this vegetable tray. Button makes a great point, though. He really does on the you know, nobody ever leaves a party and goes, man, I wish they had a vegetable tray.
Did you try that cauliflower floret?
That cauliflower was unreal.
Wow. So fresh.
Man, that was some of the best cauliflower I ever had.
And that ranch dip. Oh.
Yeah.
It's all just.
Now, the ranch actually was pretty damn good.
Did you get.
So I opened it, and I had a carrot. I usually try to have like 2 carrots a month. It's like daily intake.
The baby carrots.
Yeah, baby carrots. I like those baby
2
carrots.
Baby carrots.
Now, with that said, what is a baby carrot?
Well, it's just a.
Like.
You don't want to know.
I know. I feel like I don't want to see how that's made. Because they can't just be, or are they just taking huge carrots and cutting them up and shaping them into baby carrots? I think they're taking carrots, mushing them down, and then
That's interesting.
Printing them out
like
basically.
a hot dog, like a processed carrot.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think the mini carrots
I do think, and I might be, I could be wrong, but they take the Goonies of carrots, and
like all the extra stuff, and then
all the bad ones, like all the like the Franken carrots, the ones that would never see the light of day, the ones that would
that would make
the ones
sense.
that would keep you up at night having like
yeah, you're having like dreams and nightmares about those carrots that look like they have an eye and a
arms
nose on them.
and yeah.
Okay. Well, that's so now I feel
I do
like,
believe
Yeah, okay. That would make sense, I guess. We do have free advice coming up for Damon Bunting. That'll happen just after 7:30 today. What do you need help with? Fantasy football advice, life advice, workshop advice, road rage advice, according to Bunting, who's, by the way, he's a good dude. Bunting's gonna be making a hangout appearance here at some point, for sure. I got him and Milne on. They're buddies. That'll be good.
Oh, yeah,
that'll be good. And then Macramalla is going to join us. And there's some Macramalla intros today rolling in. Obviously, there's always a ton of them. 780-218-9999. That is the Paris Jewelers inbox. That's where you're going to text us. And you could end up winning text of the day today, which will get you a gift certificate to A&W. EST legal analyst and guy who drops his wiener on the floor on a daily basis in court. Red, that's coming back from the Principe.
Oh, my gosh.
Dropping of the wiener. Oh, my gosh. EST legal analyst and guy who is banned from his local grocery store for going through the checkout with one banana and two plums while applying chapstick and winking seductively at the cashier.
It's so detailed that this has happened, right? Like you're not just thinking this up. You've gone through this.
That's in from Mandate John today. EST legal analyst and guy who resets his days without getting caught in a Circle K parking lot prostitution sting to 0 roughly every 6 weeks. Eric Macramalla. Caught again. 6 weeks. 6 weeks is the cycle. That one in from Tube Socks, obviously. EST legal analyst and guy who claims to be allergic to melted foods. Oh, I can't have that grilled cheese. Why? Oh, I'm allergic. To what? Grilled cheese? No. Melted foods. Can't have nachos, like with the melted cheese.
Terrible
on
for
it.
your health.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. ESC legal analyst and guy who's constantly telling his children they're not good enough because he's a good parent, and good parents don't lie. That's in from Tommy Rubella this morning as well. So keep those Macramalla intros rolling in. Could be how you get in the mix for text of the day.
Yeah, get a baby carrot collab going with the Macramalla intro.
Yeah.
There's got to be one in there somewhere.
Alan says, baby carrots grow in Calgary, LOL. Is that taking a shot at Calgary, basically? Or is there like a huge baby carrot farm?
No,
in
there's
Calgary?
not. There's not.
I don't think so. Jen on the Nasty Chat. By the way, if you're watching on the Nasty Chat, how about you hammer that thumbs up for us? That'd be great. A baby carrot is a baby carrot that has been stolen from the mother carrot for humans to enjoy.
I like your processed version though. Like
no, that has to be what it is.
Getting all the mush and then just freezing it in a
Let's
in a
Google.
mold.
Let's Google process that baby carrots are made.
If you leave them out in the sun too long, they'll melt, and it's just a carrot paste, a pate, if you will.
Look at this. I typed in how baby carrots, and it comes up are made. Man, Google is pretty.
Talking to the AI again.
How baby carrots are made. Here's the whoa. I gotta click on this one. Here's the mind-blowing truth behind how baby carrots are made.
Don't do it.
God, baby carrots are just pieces of a fully grown regular adult carrot cut into 2-inch fragments by a machine. Huh. I really thought my idea of like mushing all the bad carrots together. I feel like there's some carrot waste out there right now, but we don't need to worry about that. Anyway, don't bring a veggie tray to a client mixer because, as Button said, nobody cares that it's there. And 2, it could really stink up the room.
You don't win friends with veggie trays, right? Is that that's the saying,
that's a fair point. You know what else you don't make friends with? Your presenting sportsbook when you take them to the cleaners during an Oilers game last night. What did we hit? We hit the Draisaitl goal, easy peasy. Yesterday in the lock shop, Big Uke was like, you got to get on Draisaitl 2 points. It was plus money. Boom, we got on that.
Bouch.
That was good.
Bouchard.
Well, then we put together Maddie's lean. What was the Draisaitl was the lean yesterday? Was it not Mr. Lean? Mr. Lean.
No, that was the Coolbet hotline of the day.
That was a cool bet. What was the lean?
The lean was Oilers minus 1.5.
Oh, that's right. Okay, we hit that as well. And then we threw in the Bouchard to get the parlay, and we cashed the parlay. What did the parlay pay? It was like plus 4 something. Plus 475?
475.
Woo. So we are back. We are back. Now, no Oilers action tonight, no NFL action tonight, no CFL action tonight. So, Mr. Lean, where are you Where are you headed, buddy? What do you like?
Yeah, very quiet night in sports, so I'm going to go to Conference USA, college football. You got 2 games today. I'm going to look at New Mexico State taking on UTEP later today at the Sun Bowl in El Paso, Texas. The 4-3 New Mexico State team taking on the 2-5 UTEP Miners. New Mexico State, it's minus 156 on the money line, but you could bump that, get a little better value at minus 112 on the spread at minus 3. So I'm taking New Mexico State minus 3 points.
New Mexico State
on the road.
Now you're taking them, or it's a lean.
Well, lean.
Okay, it's a lean.
Yeah,
okay.
sorry.
I mean, sometimes I think you could be really confident, and then you
no,
just
yesterday
hit it,
I was
right?
confident.
Yesterday you were super confident. All right, so that's the lean. You say New Mexico State?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go with the he's due theory. Alexander Ovechkin to score a goal. Doesn't have one yet. Plus 136 against the Ottawa Senators tonight. Tonight's the night. Just 2 games in. This will be a 3rd game, I think. Old OV gets off the schneid tonight and buries one. And you're getting the greatest goal scorer in the history of the game at plus 136 to score a goal tonight.
The battle of the national capitals, eh?
Ah, yes. The political
Everybody
nerds
burned
are
down the
loving
White
this
House
one.
and all that? Yeah.
Who is the greatest nation? Find out tonight. Sens and Capitals. Alexander Ovechkin to score a goal tonight, plus 136. That will be your Coolbet hotline of the day. If you want to take Mr. Lean's lean one step further, you can go find that as well in the NCAA football tab at Coolbet. Obviously, tomorrow we will roll in another Edmonton Sports Talk parlay for the Oilers game. Hopefully we can cash that bad boy as well. JL asking on the Nasty Chat this morning, was there a fruit tray too? There was no fruit tray. Should I have gotten a fruit tray instead of the veggie tray? I looked at the fruit tray.
I would rather a veggie tray instead of a fruit
That's
tray.
what I thought.
It's a debatable topic. I get that, but I will be veggie tray instead of fruit tray.
I feel
fruit
like
sticky.
lunchtime
The
fruit.
juices and
Yeah.
it's all like a,
That's a good point. Fruit tray, maybe at a lunchtime thing.
brunch, but not like a late night.
late
drinking
late
beer,
brunch
like,
client mixer.
Fruit and beers.
That would go over pretty well.
Yeah.
I think that would be pretty good. EST legal analyst and guy who brings a veggie tray to apologize to his clients on death row after he messed up their case. Here you go.
Or they use it on death row. They crack it open.
You probably could have killed a couple people with that veggie tray last night. David Jameson. Dave Jameson is on YouTube as David Jameson?
Jameson. That's
or is this
weird.
a different David
This is
Jameson?
AI all over again. This is
I don't think this is. I think this is the plant.
It's not him.
This David Jameson is a plant.
I'm going to the channel.
It's like what we thought of Strutty yesterday as well. Anyway, this does sound like something JMO would say, though. I'm highly suspicious of perfectly shaped tiny cubes of cheese.
We've cracked the carrot case. Where do those come from? Hey, is it bad wheels of cheese and you just take a cube out?
I'd like to get into the cheese cutting business. Don't you think it'd be fun to cut like perfectly small cubes of cheese for trays? Probably a machine that does that.
Satisfying.
But that would be fun. You're just cutting cheese up into all these trays.
Cutting butter, yeah.
Yeah, I think that would end up being pretty good. All right, well, anyway. 780-218-9999. The Edmonton Oilers are back, baby. The Edmonton Oilers are back. We cashed it at Coolbet last night. That's just like a nice little bonus as well. But are you... So, somebody said that here comes the roller coaster. So this is where the Oilers, this is kind of where they were at, right? It was like, oh, man, this is not a good start to the season. She's a bumpy one. And then that first period last night, it's like, oh, here we go. Was the peak of last night higher than the lows of the first 2 games against the Canucks? And I'm asking you, the fans, mostly. So hit us up in the Nasty Chat, 780-218-9999. Are you back on the Stanley Cup contender wagon, or do you look at it last night and go, wow, they put McDavid and Draisaitl together to get by the Nashville Predators? However, if this Nuge line is a thing, we're still thinking about names for a Fogle-Hyman Nuge line. If that ends up being a thing, then maybe you can run this a little bit more. I still think when it's all said and done and they win a championship, and probably with those 2 guys on different lines, but we'll get into that a little bit more later on. But Eric, where do you think? Temperature check, I guess. Temperature check of the fan base after a they didn't squeak one out against Nashville last night. They looked like they were one of the better teams in the league last night.
A lot of shots faced.
Yeah, they did give up. Yeah, okay. All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
I think, and again, open for debate, the first 2 lost, you go down. This gets you back up to level. I think this gets you back up to level. 80 games, start of the season yesterday. We were saying the first 2, you had 80-game season, first one you win. But those 2 got you, I think, to start the season like that gets you down so much. And then last night gets you back up to level. Now
just up to level.
Now you got to go out and really flex. I mean, they're
starting level was going to win the Stanley Cup.
And I think I'm giving them, well, yeah, but now they're 1-2, right? So you're still not at that 500
I don't know
record-wise. But
like, in the regular season, yeah, you're bubbling along down here. And then you kind of have that game, you spike back up. Considering the top level was already Stanley Cup contender, I really don't think you get back up to that level. I don't really think you can. What are you going to do? You're going to go do what Boston did in the regular season last year? Like, that's probably not going to happen. So, no.
And do you even want that to happen?
No.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to have the adversity. You got to have the stuff that you learn from and make your way through the season. It's right. This is a season like this. It's like you driving in your brand new truck over some sort of dirt country road.
It's not my truck yet. I'm
but
test
you know what I
driving.
mean?
By the way, I think I left my phone in my truck. I got no phone.
Do you not have a phone?
I don't have a phone.
So you haven't been getting the Button texts?
No. Button's been texting us?
Oh, man, I was wondering why you weren't joining in. This is great.
What? Was this post-Veggie discussion or? Oh, my God. Button sent you a broccoli gift?
He's a big fan of the show, apparently.
That's great. Who's this?
My phone back, please.
That almost looks like me swinging on a broccoli
Do you want
tree.
me to go get your phone? I feel like you're
no.
naked without your phone.
I mean, if my wife's probably watching on YouTube right now, and usually in the morning I'll text her that I love her. So I love you, and say hi to the kids for me. But yeah, I think my phone's in the truck.
Do you feel free? Or do you kind of feel like?
Well, at first I panicked.
Yeah.
Because where is my phone?
Where is it? Yeah.
But then I know it was in the truck because I was listening to a podcast on the way in.
Should we call it?
So no, it's not here, unless it's in my jacket pocket. But the ringer wouldn't be on anyway. So, yeah, I'm phone free right now. And I'll say this, I'm kind of loving it.
Oh, we're an hour and a half in. I didn't even know. That's something. I mean,
well, I'm a little sad, though, that I wish I would have been on that Button broccoli gift. Damn it. The one day I forget my phone.
I was waiting for you there.
Like, that's tough. All right, we do have free advice. Although, now I'm excited to go see my phone at 9 o'clock. And maybe there's like 6 texts. And you're like, ooh, what's this? Because usually you see it and it comes in and there's no excitement level to get back to your phone. Now I'm pretty excited to get to my phone today.
Missed calls. Voicemail just packed.
Call. I love a missed call. That'd be great. Although I hope there's no emergencies.
Well,
that would be tough.
Yep.
Anyway, let's get to a sports update for Park Mazda. And then we're going to get into free advice. What do you need help with? Hit us up in the nasty chat. Text us in the Paris Jewelers inbox, 780-218-9999. And we will give you some advice for free, courtesy local slumlord extraordinaire, Damon Bunting. Let's get into the update here.
Oilers picking up their first win of the season, pounding the Preds down in Nashville 6-1. Leon Draisaitl, Zach Hyman, each with 4 points on the night. Jack Campbell, 41 saves for the W. Oilers will visit Philly tomorrow. They'll return home to host the Jets on Saturday. Jets, they drop one at home to the Kings 5-1 with just over 11,000 watching. Pierre-Luc Dubois with a goal in his return to Winnipeg. Vegas topping Dallas in a shootout 3-2. Carolina over the Sharks 6-3. Canucks suffer their first loss of the season. Shut out 2-0 by the Flyers, and the Avs win on the road 4-1 over Seattle, make it 14 straight away wins for Colorado. Off the ice, Habs forward Kirby Dach. He will miss the remainder of the season with a torn ACL and MCL in his right knee. Oil Kings shut out on home ice 4-0 by the Rebels. Edmonton round out a 6-game homestand Sunday against the Thunderbirds, and the Phillies hammer the Diamondbacks 10-0 to take a 2-0 lead in the NLCS. Just a lone game today, Rangers host the Astros. Texas hold a 2-0 series lead. First pitch, 6:03. Sports Update brought to you by Mitch Lewicki and the staff at Park Mazda. Mitch is always thinking one step ahead like a carpenter that makes stairs.
Oh my God.
Why am I looking at that?
Wait, why are you slowing down?
Frank?
No way. Frank?
Hey, honey. Hey.
What on earth are you doing?
We're streaking. We're going up through the quad to the gymnasium.
Who's streaking?
There's more coming.
Frank, get in the car.
Everybody's doing.
Now.
Okay.
Lease the all-new 2024 Mazda CX-90 inline-6 turbo or plug-in hybrid to have room for absolutely everybody with its third-row seating.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
The Nielsen Show featuring Lieutenant Eric. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk.
7:34 on the Nielsen Show. Thank you very much for joining us the morning after an Edmonton Oilers victory. And, hey, in the win column. In the win column, about a week later than we all expect them to be in the win column, but they're in the win column today. And they got the job done last night. Well, some goal songs for the kids. Right, for the kids on the way into school today. You got goal songs coming up for you. Probably just after 8 o'clock. We'll slide those in. Third hour of the show's jam-packed. Kind of easy trivia. 3 questions too many. Lieutenant Eric's weekly rankings of power on the way. Pete Greggie's going to pop by. We'll find out how much damage we did to Coolbet last night. And then obviously the wrap for William Huff. Macramalla is coming up in about 10 minutes. So if you have your Macramalla intros, fire them over. Now, that's a guy who could have texted me this morning. Like if he had to go on his phone, I know that's tough. But you guys have you got Macramalla's number. If we have
he does, but he doesn't like talking to me too much. It's you two, right? You're the line that
like talking to me.
He'll begrudgingly send me a text if he has to, but I mean.
Big Maple with an idea for a Fogle, Nuge, Hyman line name. Woody's Warriors. Honestly, I don't hate it. Did you see Woody's Warriors last night? They were great. And it's kind of like that. They're the Warriors
team or something. Yeah. I don't know. Like a kind of a.
It's like McDavid and Draisaitl are your lords, your kings, and then Woody's Warriors come out on the ice.
It's kind of like a chess thing here. Hey, you kind of the.
That's actually
front line.
That's kind of funny, actually. I don't mind that. Trying to live life without checking your phone. It's like when Kramer tested the fuel limit of that car. That comes from Evan in the Smokanagan this morning.
Mr. Kramer, the road.
Yeah. Somebody just texted in and said, guys, I think your live feed is down. I don't think the live feed's down. Maddie's looking at it right now. Maddie, Mr. Lean, live feed good? This is taking way too long right now.
I think that's
you have to have an answer a little bit quicker than this.
Well, I wanted to see check myself, so I needed time. And it's all good.
Oh, all good.
And it's all good.
All good. Let's reply to this guy and say,
I think your live feed is down.
It's all good. I'm going to check your Abdullah Mangalglada or what was that? No, it should be good. Should be good. All right, let's get into free advice for Damon Bunting. Bunting was here last night with the client mixer. He was actually one of the last guys to leave. From a client perspective, he was the last one to roll out.
I wanted to take him home with me.
I think he kind of wanted to stay.
Yeah, we could have talked all night long.
He was talking a lot of like small local wrestling shows.
We got into a good wrestling. Yeah, Belsey was here too.
Yeah, Belsey was here. Yeah, Belsey was here to the end too. And Gager and Tommy were obviously doing their thing on the post-game show last night. Check that out at EdmontonSportsTalk.com or on the YouTube channel. Post-game show usually does pretty well as the boys break it down. Gager and Tommy, I thought were excellent last night. So I was like tweeting out some stuff on the post game show. I was kind of coming in and out of your conversation with Bunting last night.
Yeah.
But I come up at one point. He goes, "We're gonna have a wrestling night." I was like, "What? Okay, I'm in." But yeah, apparently Bunting wants to go to like a local small wrestling show and check it out.
I want to go with him.
Yeah,
I want to do everything with him now. Yeah.
He's this is a good idea. I mean, water bottles with your face on it, probably a pretty good idea. But Bunting brought. What do you bring, like 3 flats of this?
Yeah.
We got so much water, we're going to be fully hydrated, which is good news.
Good news, yeah.
Real good news. Damon Bunting, if you're buying or selling, he is your guy. Visit his website, DamonBunting.com. Big community guy, big sports community guy. So if you want to support somebody who supports the local community, Damon Bunting's your guy. Find him on Instagram as well at Damon Bunting Real Estate, or check out the website at DamonBunting.com. And he has had people. We've given him some leads. And then now it's on him to close. And as long as he's not in traffic when he gets the call, he'll probably be okay. Huge road rage guy. I go to get a slice of pizza last night, and I walk into the boardroom, and everybody's kind of out mingling in the main area. I walk in the boardroom, and Bunting and Eric are like hiding in the corner of the boardroom. I'm like, what are you guys doing in here? And Eric's like, we're talking about our road rage issues.
It was like a confession segment.
It really was. Yeah, it really was.
We were kind of getting it off our chest. But no, I mean, we're talking about commutes and everything and spending time in traffic and how actually it is, in the end, hazardous for your health. Too much stress.
Yeah.
Clogs everything up. You're waiting in traffic. You're getting pissed off. You're swearing by your name.
Yeah, it's not good for you.
It's terrible. So don't do it. That was the advice that I got from Damon Bunting last night. We kind of shared. We both told each other, you plan better routes, don't sit in traffic, and we kind of came to an agreement. We both knew this, but we both said it out loud to each other, and that made each other feel good. Like, you need to hear it from somebody else.
And he's getting a good slumlord buzz too.
Yes.
So that's good.
I apologized for that, and then he said no.
No, he likes it. I think he wants to be known as slumlord guy.
This is his thing,
it's not about what you're being branded as. It's about being branded, right? And people will know. Oh, Bunting's the guy who wants to help us become slumlords. Let's visit his website at damonbunting.com. And I like to imagine Bunting when he sells a house or he buy a house or however that works with realtors. I think my one buddy who's a realtor down in Lethbridge, he gets you like as a gift, and he watches the show. He gets like at least for a while he's doing like gifts of like a really nice cutting board. Kind of looked like the desk his brother made, like custom
when you buy
cutting
the
boards.
home and
you get like a bottle of wine and a cutting board. Bunting just gives you a flat of water with his face on it.
Stay hydrated. Yeah.
Congratulations on your new home. Stay hydrated. David Bunting. All right, what do you need help with? Let's go 780-218-9999 or in the nasty chat today as well. I need advice on when is the best time to bust into EST and complete this crack pack trade with LTE. That's in from Surveyor Brett. Do you have an answer for that?
We're not, the spa's not open yet. Like the
doors
open.
Wait till the spa's
8?
Open.
What are we talking
Then the main door's open, probably after 8 o'clock.
Okay, yeah. So
somebody else
anytime
said, how excited are you for Series 1 to come out today? And Series 1 does drop today, Upper Deck Series 1. There's a Bedard. Wayne was showing me last night. He goes, this just leaked. There's a Bedard draft card in there. It's not his young gun, but it's a draft card. Wayne's like, it's going to be $1,000 like to go get this card. Like that's like, it's going to be Bedard's creating a buzz. If you're on the crack pack and we're filling up a break right now, and I don't know if it's full yet because my phone's in the truck. But yeah, Series 1 comes out today. My advice on that would be pick up a couple of boxes of Series 1.
It's a busy show. I feel like we're never going to give that the time and attention it deserves. But yes, good for you for pointing that out because that's a major thing. Remember during the pandemic? I mean, we'd spend 4 hours talking about the release of Series 1 or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Pandemic
dominate
was,
the show.
Yeah, for content for us, it was great.
Go see Wayne today.
Dash says, boys, bring Bunting to the Love Pro Wrestling show at the end of the month at the Rec Room. I'm doing color commentary. We were talking about that, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that show.
Is this Thaddeus Archer texting in?
No, it's not Thaddeus Archer. It's Dash. Hey, do you guys use a promo code for Coolbet? Asking for a friend. Signed, friend. Yeah, we plug it all the time. Use the code LOCKSHOP. Just use the code LOCKSHOP, one word when you sign up. 100% deposit bonus on your initial deposit up to $200. All right, let's get to some other advice that's rolled in. My sister got me a new Heritage Classic jersey for my birthday, but I don't really like it. Should I give it back? I don't think you're giving it back. I think it probably will grow on you as well. Bunting actually brought one of the new Heritage Classic jerseys. It was a good chance to kind of see one in person and up close. I like it. It truly looks throwback. You know, some of these jerseys they'll roll out, you see it in person, and it's still bright. It doesn't hit. This one looks like it was designed in the 50s because that's what they're going for.
The rugby sweater I was wearing yesterday, in a sense.
Yeah, it was very similar. Yeah. I don't know. I think you keep it. You don't have to put it into the regular rotation. It'd be a prick move to tell your sister, "Oh, I'm regifting this." Oh. But I think it'll grow on you.
Or frame
I think
it or
it'll grow on you.
Put it up as a piece, you know?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Save it. Did it say what it was? It doesn't say if there's a name on it. You get a name on it, get it signed to Pro-Am, and Bob's your uncle. Get it framed.
Exactly.
And you don't have to wear it, but I think it'll look pretty good. Guys, oh boy, this is a big one. I got offered Bedard, Elias Pettersson, and Clayton Keller in a deal for McDavid in my keeper league. Should I do it? Those are 3 pretty heavy hitters. This, to me, would come down to how many guys can you keep. Like, if you could keep Bedard, Pettersson, and Clayton Keller, I don't think I can justify advice to trade Connor McDavid. I don't think I can.
You can't do it on this show.
I can't
do it in this market.
I acquired Connor McDavid in a sweetheart deal right at his draft year. And he's helped me win that league like 3 or 4 times since then. But that's a nice package.
You have time to think about it.
Yeah. If you can justify trading to yourself Connor McDavid in a keeper league, getting Bedard, and I think they call him Petey, and that poor bastard Clayton Keller stuck in Arizona, yeah, you might want to consider it. I just can't sit here and justify trading Connor McDavid in any fantasy league ever. All right, here's a good one. This one comes in from Nick. I'm supposed to go out of town this weekend for work, but I've been invited down to Phoenix for a golf trip. Should I pretend that I'm heading out of town for work and then sneak away on the trip with my cousin and 2 buddies? So this would be like a sneakster from a wife or a girlfriend or whoever. Like you pretend you're still going out of town to work, but you're going down to Phoenix to hit the links.
Yeah, I guess just like take your plan, forget your phone. Like you don't want to be like, you kind of want to be off the like, too busy working.
Yeah, you're off the grid.
Too busy working because you don't want to. It's that one time you post something or say something.
Well, there's no posting.
No.
But at the same time, do you really need to
reply to? I don't know. You
got to be sneaky about this.
Well,
just have the conversation that hey, I think I might like to get away. It's nice to get away. It's important to get away and give yourself a little bit of time so you're not just a slave to the man. That's what I would think. J-Bone says London or Metcalf. Are we talking about moving forward? If healthy, I'm a Drake London stan, so that's a tough one. Long term in a keeper league, it would definitely be Drake London. Yeah, see, Silver Slugger says, imagine being scared of telling your wife the truth. Like that's just not healthy. I think there's got to be a bigger conversation there.
Well, no, but let's.
Plus, maybe she'll be reasonable, and you probably shouldn't be going on this trip anyway.
But maybe she's not reasonable, and that's why he's
okay. Yeah,
this
fair
has
enough.
happened before.
Fair enough. Guys, I'm 6-0 to start the fantasy season. Should I try to load up or just roll with the roster that's winning right now? Man, if you're 6-0, I would trade all of your picks and just try to put together the best depth that you have, so that bye weeks aren't going to screw you. Because obviously, you've already got something pretty good going. That's where I would go with it. But I'm a guy who in every fantasy league ever, if I'm even remotely a contender, I trade picks. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. If you need help with anything else, feel free to slide in to the DMs whenever. Actually, I think I had, let's see there. I think I had one more. Yeah, here we are. Let's go this one. Hey, man, hope you are well. I have a dynasty question. I have Hurts, Lawrence, and Deshaun. A guy offered me Waddle for Deshaun. My 2 main receivers are Ridley and Devonta Smith. Would you move a QB in a 2 QB superflex league or hold out for more? Man, if you have Hurts and Lawrence and you're not super strong, I know it's a superflex league, but Watson looks like an absolute dud. I'd probably pull the trigger on that. I think I'd trade Deshaun Watson for Jalen Waddle. But call me crazy. I like to pull the trigger on deals. Simple as that. All right, let's get to that's free advice for Damon Bunting. Like we said, the best local slumlord in town, Damon Bunting and Real Estate Group, providing water to his clients and also great deals. Visit DamonBunting.com. All right, Macramalla intros. Let's get to a few of these. Macramalla, obviously brought to you by our great staff at Park Mazda, where I am test driving that pickup truck right now from Park Mazda. EST legal analyst and guy who takes the term home evasion so literally that every time he robs a house, he establishes a beachhead. Eric Macramalla, that one in from Tommy Rubella. EST legal analyst and guy who would only agree to teach law if the university would let him teach a full credit course on orgy etiquette. By the way, there's a wait list. There's a wait list to get into that one. EST legal analyst and a guy who is banned from his local grocery store for going through the checkout with only 1 banana and 2 plums while applying chapstick and winking seductively at the cashier. Eric Macramalla, and EST legal analyst and guy who claims to be allergic to melted foods. Eric Macramalla. He joins us today. Macramalla, look at you fancy boy.
Oh.
Hey, you got big meetings or what?
No, I'm headed to the grocery store to buy some kiwis. How you doing?
What's
my
up, dude?
team of writers is fantastic. They just listen to this stuff. They're all behind the screen, and they work so vigorously to give me the best possible line at that time. By the way, of course you trade away Deshaun Watson for Waddle. Like, to me, if you have to ask that question, you'll never win your fantasy league. You're probably stupid, right?
Well, I'm a fool because I was like,
there are lots of quarterbacks.
Maybe
right?
Deshaun
there are lots
Watson's
of quarterbacks.
Maybe Deshaun Watson's sneaky this year. Like maybe he's going to be. No, he's always been sneaky.
Oh well, I'm pretty sure he's always been sneaky.
Yeah.
The court record would suggest he's very sneaky, not very good at covering his tracks because he uses the public platform that is Instagram to make appointments with women. But there are other quarterbacks, but it's tough to find a wide receiver like Waddle on a team that just airs it out constantly. And I'm looking at the numbers now. The past 3 games, he has been targeted 24 times, 19 over the past 2 games. Of course, Waddle has the potential to explode for you. So did Deshaun Watson, obviously. He's a good quarterback, but you'll find other quarterbacks. But Jalen Waddle, I mean, he's a tier 2 wide receiver. Of course you pick him.
Well, he's got Hurts and Watson. He's got Hurts and Lawrence already, right? So, I mean, you don't even technically need Watson. So to get Waddle for him, man, I would 100% pull the trigger on that thing.
I mean, it sounds like is it a 2 quarterback league?
It's a super flex league.
Oh, it's a super flex, which to me is it's tough, right? Because you're always going to put your quarterback in the flex position because they're a lot more reliable. But even then, you can find another quarterback. But Waddle,
you can find another quarterback, or on a bye week for one of your quarterbacks, you can just throw a wide receiver in there and just deal with it. So yeah, pull the trigger on that one immediately. Last night we had like a client mixer here. We had a bunch of our clients over. We watched the Oilers game. Well, I mean, I guess you are rich enough that you could have flown out. Sorry, man. We should have sent you the invite.
I wouldn't have flown. Well, I would have flown out my hot air balloon, right?
The Rocky Mountain Air too.
Like the Count of Monte Cristo landing on the roof of the building and then not figuring out how to get off the roof because I don't know if there's a way down from the roof. But we could have yelled the score up.
Out. But so you guys had a party where at the Oilers game?
No, at our office. Yeah. At the Edmonton Sports Talk offices. Yeah, we had like 25, 30 people here last night. It was pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what did you guys serve? Was it open bar?
Well, this is why I wanted to bring it up. Well, I guess it was open bar. We had a bunch of booze for people.
2 fridges.
Two fridges of booze. So we had pizza, we had chips, and then I thought I'd be like healthy guy, and I brought a veggie tray for everybody. But then when I opened the veggie tray, the broccoli like stunk up the joint, and people were like, "God, what's that smell?" It's like a scene in what was the movie where all the kids started puking, and they just kept puking on the
That sounds like my wife when I take off my
Sandlot.
shirt.
Yeah. It was so. But you go to lots
like
of
my sex
fancy.
life.
You go to
Yes,
lots of
yes.
fancy gatherings, don't you, Macramalla? Like, do you ever see a veggie
I
tray
do.
at any of these events?
Occasionally, if it's run by a hippie, maybe. But I think you need to know what you are. You're sports talk radio and the best in the world at it, obviously, both of you together. And so you have to know what you are. Knowing what you are means you serve chips and pizza and beer, maybe some wings, but no vegetables. No one's going to say, hey, wow, Dustin didn't have carrots. I'm really upset.
This is exactly what Craig Button said.
Sponsorship.
The exact same thing.
He did?
Damn it. Yeah, he goes, Dusty, nobody ever leaves one of these things and goes, wow, I can't believe there wasn't a veggie tray there. You know, it's...
No grape tomatoes.
Yeah.
What a shame.
I screwed up.
I mean, like, what are you going to do next? Hire someone to play the piano the entire time?
We did have the sushi idea that we didn't.
Yeah,
really
we were
get
going to
with
eat sushi off of Eric's body.
Oh, that would have been with his clothes on too, which would have been crazy. But if you're buying your sushi from the gas station, again, I recommend you go against the idea. The bottom line is that junk food is cheap, easily accessible, and easily delivered. And so I think you probably had a home run yesterday, except for the veggie tray. And so you need to apologize to everybody who was there.
I should send an email.
This is not who and what we are. Right?
Maybe I'll call every person.
Happy to be there?
Oh, yeah, they were all very happy to be here. Yeah, they're getting pictures in the studio and stuff. Like, they were all very happy to be here, but I really dropped the ball with a veggie tray, which I never thought I'd say in my entire life because I hate veggie trays. But, you know, we can move on.
Is it true that you and Eric hired actors to play you and you guys just didn't show up?
Big Vikings fans.
Hey, I had no clue Dustin was black.
Yeah. I still believe...
I had no clue Eric was Puerto Rican. Yeah.
Surprise! This is who we are. Did you see that Chargers fan on Monday night? The lady losing her mind, and then people are thinking she's a plant, and then she's on McAfee's show yesterday saying she's not a plant, which I think is exactly what the NFL would do if she is a plant.
And AJ Hawk is a plant.
And AJ Hawk might be AI as well. We're not AI Hawk. Not AJ Hawk, AI Hawk. Did you see that story at all?
I did. Well, I was watching the game, and I'm like, she's the kind of person that would love a veggie tray. And actually, if you turn the volume off, it looked like she was dancing to YMCA. Do you see how her arms were doing part of the dance?
It looked like it, yeah.
Yeah. It was interesting to see. It got a lot of attention, I guess, because you don't typically see that. But I don't think that was a plant. Now, my buddy from Montreal was the VP of the Rays, the Tampa Bay Rays, for about 15 years or so. He came up with the plant.
Really?
You might remember the old Rays games. There was an old man that would start dancing and then go crazy. That's the genesis of the plant. So my buddy Darcy is responsible for the plant. He's also responsible for serving poutine at Rays games. It didn't go over well. It didn't stick, but he had a great, and he also was responsible for converting Tropicana on Friday nights into a nightclub in the outfield, beyond the fence. So I guess in the bullpen. He had a lot of great ideas, but now he's back in Montreal.
I was going to say, big idea guy.
Big idea guy.
This is a big idea guy. What did you say?
To have big ideas and then to execute is huge, because usually you have an idea guy and then a doer guy, right?
Yeah.
He was both.
Wow. That's a unicorn right there. Hey, are baseball playoffs doing it for you?
You know, I thought the series S apostrophe would be more contested than they've been to date. It really is tough to find great pitching. And Aaron Nola and Zach Wheeler and their respective curveballs have been off the charts phenomenal. They have been virtuosos in these playoffs. Trey Turner is hitting 500. I mean, he had a terrible season. He's doing it. The Phillies are fun to watch. I guess it would have been fun if these playoffs were a little more contested, but we'll see what happens in the World Series, right? So, looks like the Phillies are going to handle the Diamondbacks. It's tough when you're a first-year team with so many young guys, right? Like Corbin Carroll and those guys to actually win more than a series or two. But I don't know. It's been good. I enjoy the baseball. How about you guys? I mean, please, enough about me.
Well, it's all Rangers country here with the Creed
because of the Creed tie-in.
It's all Creed.
Yeah, we're pulling for the Rangers pretty hard right now, and they're looking pretty good. Team of Creed destiny, I guess you could say.
What it is.
But I mean, we've been fully consumed by hockey, especially with the Oilers starting 0-2. Everybody was in a full-blown meltdown mode, and then last night they roll over Nashville, so now everybody's in a full-blown celebration mode, basically. What's been the biggest story for you in the NHL to get started here? Is it Connor Bedard being taken on a tour of every biggest market in the National Hockey League and being thrown out in front of him? Like, that kid, from an NHL perspective, great scheduling for the guy. From Bedard's perspective, he must be exhausted with the attention already.
I did email him, hot air balloon. It's a more efficient way and a less stressful way to get around. Plus, every hot air balloon comes with a complimentary veggie tray, which is fantastic, right? Connor, but when I watched him play his first game, it was like on his first shift, it's like, oh my goodness, this guy's NHL ready. That's what really stood out to me, is he's NHL ready. And when he has the puck, you can't help but watch him. The game slows down when he has the puck, and his shot is phenomenal. For me, what stands out? That stands out a bit. I'm happy that your team, scored some goals yesterday as well. That was important. But I guess for me as a Habs fan, it's just Kirby Dach and Caden Gooley are out. And Kirby Dach's injury is bizarre. Tore his ACL and MCL. Typically, when you tear both of those or even one of them, it's a devastating hit, right? It's like knee on knee. It looks terrible. It's a Nick Chubb situation. I mean, Nick Chubb's injury is not as bad as Kirby Dach's, and all that happened was former Habs pick Tenorti just pushed him into the bench. Like, there was no knee on knee, and somehow he ripped up his knee. If this is not they say the Montreal Canadiens are cursed because they built the Bell Center on a piece of Aboriginal land or something, like a sacred plot of land. Maybe it's true, and so from that standpoint, that's interesting. So yeah, that's really, it's just sad. As a Habs fan, I don't know what to do anymore.
Kirby Dach,
taking the kids on Saturday, but that's it.
Kirby Dach was supposed to have a big season too, right? So that's a real buzz.
Kirby Dach, you know what? This was his year. He was looking really good in those first 6 periods. I know it's early, but he was playing with Newhook, who's super fast, and he's like the Russ Courtnall of like 2023. And you got Slavkovsky, who's not getting his head taken off every shift because he's kind of get used to the smaller ice surface. So that was just tough. It's tough, right? How about, please, enough about me. How about you guys? What is standing out for you guys? Is it Connor McDavid?
Well, we basically only care about the Edmonton Oilers, really. I do think the Bedard. Well, you know what? I said it yesterday. I know some Leafs fans probably got pissed off, but I'm already sick and tired of having Ryan Reeves jam down our throat because he drops the gloves once in a while for the Maple Leafs.
Well, for the Maple Leafs,
I don't know how many more times I'm going to have to hear like how important Ryan Reeves is to the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm not ready for a season of that. He's
36 years old.
Yeah.
Right? He's 36 years old, and he took on Jack Eye and got pushed to the ice pretty quickly in that if you're a fighter, that's humiliating. So I don't I don't know, like, why they're making such a big deal of this guy. This is not their issue. It's not, you don't need obvious toughness. What you need is a team with a bit of edge and a team that's resilient. And that's a personality trait. It's not acquiring one guy. It's creating a culture, isn't it?
Well, I know. I think they're going to try to use him to create that culture, though. And I just think we'll
But
know.
can you do that
we'll know
on one
about
guy
it.
who's not?
Well, it's. Can you do it with one guy whenever he's on the ice, you're getting caved in your own end. So when the games really matter, he's probably not going to play much anyway. So
that's right.
I don't know if that works in 2023.
I don't think it does. He's 36 years old. He was never a really good hockey player. Now he's slower and he's worse, right? He's not a guy that you up any playoff minutes as well.
Yeah.
You know, like I think back to when the Canadians acquired Doug Gilmour. The second they acquired him, the team culture changed overnight. You know, there are some instances where you can acquire one person and it changes your team culture, but your best player's got to be a little bit tougher. That's all.
What about the culture out in Winnipeg? Just over 11,000 last night, too. Pierre-Luc Dubois scoring the goal in the return, 5-1. Any thoughts on that? I mean, we had
11,000
we were rivaling them at the Klein Mixer here for attendance. So
You guys had 12,000 your Klein Mixer, and all of them were chanting more veggie trays, more veggie trays. You know what struck me with that 11,000? Because Pierre-Luc Dubois comes back, you want an opportunity, I guess, to boo him, I guess. But it's the cost of going to games, and now you've got mortgage payments are a lot higher. Cost of living is a lot higher. And these tickets are really expensive. I mean, I'm taking my kids to a game this Saturday in Montreal. We got 4 tickets, 2 and 2, because they're, at the Bell Center, so they're not sitting together. I'm paying like $500 a ticket. I want good seats for them because we don't go a lot. But, even if you're not sitting there and you want to sit up high, you're looking at $100 a family member. Well, who can afford that? Like, who's saying, yeah, that makes sense? You got all of these expenses and everything is a lot more expensive than it was 12 months ago. Are you going to spend $500 to take your family to a game? No, of course not. So that 11,000 to me is symptomatic of something that is going to be an issue for the league. And the league is a gate-driven league. About 60% of NHL revenue is derived by way of gate revenue and the revenue around going to games. That's a problem.
Yeah, and I don't know how much say the NHL would have, but what if the Jets were like, hey, we got to drop ticket prices a bit to get people back in the building? I mean, I don't think the National Hockey League is going to want one of their teams dropping ticket prices in 2023. That's just not how business operates, right? Like,
no, it's not how business operates, but I mean, like, what are you going to do? If you're down to 11,000 fans, you've got to fill the building to try and create some level of excitement.
And it's not like they're a bottom
demand.
feeder. Like, they could be a decent team this year, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, that's a good team. And they extended Scheifele and Hellerbuck. I have no clue how they did that. That looked like a magic trick to me. So, good on them for doing that. But, man, it's just, I'm sure your listeners feel the same way. It's just ticket prices are stupid now. It's just too expensive to go to a game. It's not that, like on baseball games, dirt cheap. Do families want to spend that much money, guys? Like, you either say to yourself, I can go to a game or buy 12,000 veggie trays. Well, of course you're going to buy the 12,000 veggie trays.
I like. Let's wrap with this text from Sheldon, not in a white garbage truck. Says, when a lawyer who is filthy rich says games are too expensive, that really says something, right?
And also, I love how I said, I'm spending $2,000 on 4 tickets. It's like, this guy is so out of touch. It's not that I'm out of touch. Yeah, I'm rich, and I don't understand why there are price tags in grocery stores. Don't you just take it and go pay for it with a credit piece of plastic? I understand that. But even for me now, that's the test, isn't it? I'm the test. If I think it's too much,
then it's too much.
Yeah. Bring on the veggie trays, baby. I love that it's 8:03 your time, and we're still going.
Yeah, well, we can do whatever we want.
We're not being forced out. We're not. Let's just keep talking for another 5 hours.
Actually, I was just gonna say we do have to go though. So we'll talk to you later.
Son of a.
And we love you.
I was gonna say son of a gun because I forgot. Okay, we have to go. Okay, guys, I love you more than escalating ticket prices in a fiscal environment that cannot support it.
See you later,
You
buddy.
take care.
There you go. That is Eric Macramalla, brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda. And, I mean, he's right on the ticket prices.
Yeah, and Sheldon, not in white garbage truck. He was going on I was like,
it is insanely expensive to go to games, man. Like, I usually try to take Tam and the kids to we go to one game a year. We go to one Oilers game a year.
And you live in town.
And they love it. Yeah.
I mean, imagine taking a family from somewhere out of town. You're making I don't even want to think about that cost.
You know what league is pretty good bang for the buck? Canadian Football League. right? Go check out more of those games. That will work out really well. All right, if you want to play kind of easy trivia today, you're going to give us a text right now. Fire us a text, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999, and you can win a gift certificate to Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual. Did you meet Mike last night?
I met all of them.
You met the whole crew, yeah. There's like 4 people here.
It's a clown car pulls up and all these Mr. Mikes walk out. I'm Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike. This is my co-owner, Mike.
They were
this
great.
is my cousin, Mike.
It's like a gang.
Yeah, it was awesome. So if you, look, Mr. Mike's, casualest place ever. You're going to get your hands on this gift certificate. So fire us a text right now and say, let me play. Maddie, pick me. Do something to stand out. We'll pick you. You'll play kind of easy trivia. If you have played before, you can play again. Just not if you played like this week. That seems kind of greasy. 780-218-9999. If you have any questions for 3 questions too many, you can fire those over as well. Right now, let's get to a sports update for United Sport and Cycle with Lieutenant Eric.
Oilers win. First win of the season for the Edmonton Oilers, 6-1 down in Nashville over the Preds. Jack Campbell, 41 saves for the W. Oilers visit Philly tomorrow. They'll return home and host the Jets Saturday night. Those Jets losing at home last night 5-1 to Pierre-Luc Dubois' Kings. PLD with a goal in his return to Winnipeg. Just over 11,000 in attendance for that game. Vegas topping Dallas 3-2 in a shootout. Canucks suffer their first loss of the season, 2-0. The hands of the Flyers and the Avs pick up their 14th straight road win, 4-1 over the Kraken. Off the ice, Habs forward Kirby Dach. He's out for the remainder of the season with a torn ACL and MCL in his right knee. 2 games on tonight's schedule. Capitals in Ottawa to take on the Sens while Detroit host the Penguins. Oil Kings shut out on home ice, 4-0 by the Rebels. They'll round out a 6-game homestand Sunday against Seattle. And over to baseball, where the Phillies hammered the Diamondbacks in Game 2, 10-0. Just a lone game today as the Rangers host the Astros. Texas hold a 2-0 series lead. First pitch, 6:03. This sports update brought to you by United Sport and Cycle, your home of hockey for over 95 years.
Remember that name.
McDavid off a turnover. Walks in. Has a step shot. Glove shot. No, it slips behind Holtby. And that's McDavid's 30th. Finds McDavid. The net is empty. Shoots and scores, and this one's over.
Connor. McDavid. Connor. McDavid. McDavid. Remember that name. Here is Connor McDavid.
Fogle drives one.
Connor McDavid.
Fogle drives one.
Smart move. Here is beautiful. Remember that name.
Fogle drives one.
That name.
No limits when it comes to this guy. He's simply too fast. Think he can just fly.
Fogle drives one.
No limits, so why do you try? He'll score on his own, or he'll give it to try. Looky, but I got played.
Connor McDavid.
Fans in heaven, cause of 9 to 7. The nation in love from Gibbons to Devon. Looking to pass, eating men on the ass. Second contract, a lot of cash. Tick, 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 tack, take your time. McDavid on your team and you'll be fine. Just open your eyes and you will see it. Oiler for real, cause he has no limit.
No.
Edmonton Oilers are back. Goal songs are back. And everybody's happy this morning, right?
Hockey's back.
Hockey is officially back. Who cared about everything before? Let's go. Hit us up in the nasty chat. Guys, this feels like week 1 of the show with the goal songs leading in. Well, it's goal song day, right? It's goal song day. We got lots to get to. We already hit all of them in the 6 o'clock hour. We'll try to hit all of them in the 8 o'clock hour. It is a busy 8 o'clock hour. We do have Pat Gregoire coming up from Coolbet. Find out how badly they took it on the chin last night.
Yeah, right in the kisser.
One of those for you. We were here last night, Client Mixer, and Jay Milne was here. And Milne was just like, he comes, I don't even think, I think I was over here talking to somebody. And Milne like barges in like the Kool-Aid guy and he goes, First goal scorer, Leon Draisaitl, plus 750 or something like that. So, yeah, Milne was he was on a heater last night. And I love seeing people when they get on a good old-fashioned heater. Real good times. Weekly rankings of power for United Sport and Cycle coming up here around 8:20. Greggy, Patty's going to join us around 8:30 today. More of your text messages on the Edmonton Oilers. What was the best thing about that game last night? For you as a fan watching the Edmonton Oilers last night, was it Draisaitl grabbing the Nashville Predators, putting them on his lap, pulling down their pants, and bare butt spanking them?
Yeah, the wooden spoon.
A wooden spoon. God, Leon Draisaitl taking out the wooden spoon to the Preds last night, like they were my sister as a child saying the F word. Yeah. Jack Campbell, Steady Eddie, that's his new name. He was great.
He survived. Soros didn't end.
Yeah.
He won it there, right?
The McDavid goal where he kind of got knocked down, spun around, and then the puck was just there, and he walked in and buried.
I like how that's just old hat.
I know. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then Fogle, Nuge, and Hyman being a thing, as they've been dubbed today on the show, Woody's Warriors.
Yes, get your line names in right now. 780-218-9999.
Line name suggestions for the Nuge, Fogle, Hyman trio.
It's almost like something that could be ranked in some sort of... Weekly rankings of power on the way. All right, who's going to play Kind of Easy Trivia this morning?
Chris
is going to play Kind of Easy Trivia this morning for Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual, the casualest place ever in the Hampton Inn on the corner of 137th Ave and Mark Messier Trail. The sirloin bites, absolutely to die for. Yes, sirloin bites. Brand new location now in Fort Sask as well. Check out the classic Mike Burger. Pickle in, pickle out, doesn't matter. That is the Nielsen recommendation. All right, let's go to Chris today. Let me find the trivia questions here. We'll bring in Chris. Chris, good morning, man. You ready to go?
Let's do it.
All right, you're fired up.
I love it.
That's Chris after a win, isn't it? That's how excited you are.
Pickle in.
All right, I will start the ticker after I read the first question. You need 3 of 5 correct to win the gift certificate to Mr. Mike's. Here we go. Chris, who scored 2 goals for the Edmonton Oilers last night?
Leon.
True or false? Warren Fogle scored a goal.
He did.
Which goalie got the win for the Oilers?
Jack Campbell.
Name one other team that Jack Campbell has played for.
Dallas Stars.
Which Oiler dropped the gloves last night?
Oh, I have no clue.
You got it anyway.
No! Oh, my God. Damn it, Shake, stop it!
They are going to remember that AM radio is a viable and modern source for news and entertainment. Totally. People don't listen to AM like they used to. Seems like it's more about FM and color TV.
That's stupid.
It sure is, Kevin.
I'm stoked. You stoked?
I'm stoked.
Just
I'm
stoked. Stoked.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
Cannot come to my house. No, not today.
Hey everyone, I'm Zach Hyman of the Edmonton Oilers.
She's so tenacious.
Hope you guys enjoy it.
Revving up his engine, listen to the crowd just roar. No reason for tension, Zach is gonna shoot and score. Hyman's in the scoring zone. Right into the scoring zone. Signed for 7 years, now he's playing by McDavid's side. He's got you jumping out of your seat, 'cause of that look in his eyes. Hyman's in the scoring zone. He'll take you right into that scoring zone. You know he's gonna score a few. Playing with Connor, it's a top line overload. You'll finally see what he can do. So raise your hands up as high as they can go.
said that was a magician's secret.
His energy is contagious.
Playing with an edge, that's what you're gonna see. Taking the next step, cause he's no longer with the Leafs.
Whoa.
Hyman's in the scoring zone. He'll take you right into that scoring zone. Hyman's in the scoring zone.
Oh, yes, he is. Hyman in the scoring zone. That song hits. God, I love the Hyman goal song. Anytime he scores, especially when it's assist by Bouchard and helps you cash a parlay, you got to be pretty happy with how things go down. Congratulations to Chris. He's going to Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual, the casualest place ever. You want to go into Mr. Mike's and eat a steak in your ginch? Have at her.
Yeah.
It would look, yeah.
Sure. They were casual, though, last night. Like, they showed up, it was a casual meeting with them.
They
and that
were
was nice
casual
they
last
fit
night.
the name, and I really liked that.
They really did. I didn't want them to roll
Played the
in
part.
like with like an apron on, and like all the Mr. Mike's guys roll in with a towel over their arm. Oh, a pleasure to greet you today. Have you tried our sirloin bites?
Get casual.
Yeah. Somebody suggested the fine line for Hyman, Nugent, Fogle. So you got the F from Fogle, H-I from Hyman, and then the N from Nuge, the fine line.
Who'd that come in from?
Somebody in the nasty chat. I don't know. Somebody in the nasty chat. Let's get into 3 questions too many today. Lieutenant Eric, do you have a liner for the segment?
3 questions too many, brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda, where Mitch Lewicki is finding more used trucks to add to your fleet. Park Mazda, your dealer for life. You're on 2 now. It's going to be 1 today, last night.
These guys have been pretty great about it. Like a couple of nights ago, Mitch was like, "Here's a list of trucks that are used. Let us know which ones you want to test drive. We'll bring it to you."
Well, you had a demand because you're a busy guy.
Yeah.
And you said you can't go in to do all this stuff, so you need the and he
so
came through to.
So yeah, yesterday Mitch calls me in the afternoon. He goes, "Hey man, we'll bring you a truck tonight. You can test drive for a day." I was like, beautiful. So they brought it to the mixer. Now Mitch couldn't make the mixer because he's probably too busy trying to find more trucks. For me.
Yeah.
But they brought a truck and dropped it off, and I love the look of a black pickup truck, man. It's that Back to the Future thing again. Like I've always wanted one, and it was fun driving this one around.
I bet it was Rip.
Rip, yeah, that's good too.
You kind of
that's
right.
good too. Yeah. I'm gonna start dressing. If I do end up buying this truck from Park Mazda, I'm gonna have to start dressing like Rip. And if somebody pisses us off, straight to the train station. Remember that first season was so good of Yellowstone? God. I mean, I never even thought about that, but I guess I could be, especially once I finish the Grey Cup and get bring back Beard Dusty. Real good truck.
Halloween's on its way.
Well, I thought it had to go a sloth from the Goonies for Halloween.
Well, you can do that for the show, but when you're driving around, that's your driving around costume.
Oh, my driving around costume, yeah.
Put on the
I just get a Yellowstone put on the side of the doors too. Like I'll just go to William Huff and be like, "Listen, I need Yellowstone." No,
I've
not
seen
anymore.
one of those.
We'll get some sports stock stuff on there. So anyway, it was awesome of them to bring it out. I'm taking it for a rip, no pun intended. And then I might give another one a go. There's 2 that I'm looking at. I might give another one a go here and then make a decision on it. But yeah, Park Mazda, your dealer for life. Do you have a Twitter account?
That I do. It's @Lieutenant_Eric. Posted a little article. Our friend DVD, Derek Van Diest, NHL.com. The ice truck is here. The ice truck is here. It was a pretty neat read, detailing this ice truck. That 2 of them now, the NHL for the outdoor games, whatever, and it's made the trek cross country, and it's here at Commonwealth, and they're setting up. But it was a nice little article from DVD, NHL.com. So if you want to view that, read that, and start getting randy about that outdoor game. This is it.
Somebody knocking on our door?
No, that was me. I have my Birkenstock tapping against my chair.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you scared me.
Sorry about that.
No,
Survey
that's okay.
Brett?
That's what I thought.
Coming for that trade.
A couple of times I've heard doors knocking. How many times have I said to you? Somebody at here? I've said that a few times. And I have horrible hearing, so I don't know how I would hear that. It doesn't make a lot of sense. All right. Should we get into 3 questions here? Because we got the weekly rankings of power coming up, too. All right, question number 1. When the Oilers clinch the cup this year, do you think McDavid and Draisaitl will be on the same line in the final game that gets it done?
What would be the scenario there, right? Or is it a game 7? Are they sweeping their way into a cup victory or something like that? Like
yeah, because if it's game 4 and let's say they're sweeping the Leafs, whatever. Yeah, you probably wouldn't need them on the same line to get that.
Like if they've got this thing wrapped up, you kind of go, you elevate the RNH
Woody's Warriors
WG line to the top line, and I think you kind of put McDavid and Dries, then maybe down to the 4th. And you say,
McDavid played 12 minutes.
We did roll out 4 strong lines, depth top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? One of those. And then we'll always remember it as a complete team win.
But if they're going into a game 7 of a Stanley Cup final, probably the nuclear lines together.
Well,
even if they've kind of got through it without them, you probably load that thing up.
That's when you would use it, I guess.
Yeah. Am I taking it too far this morning by saying Warren Foegele's the most important member of the Edmonton Oilers forward group? Because if he can slide up and help Nugent Hyman become a legitimate line, then it allows you to keep playing McDavid and Draisaitl together. Even though I just want to see this team have success with those two guys.
Part of your gripe yesterday or opposition to that nuclear option was what else is happening. And as you mentioned, if Foegele
but
if
Foegele and Nugent Hyman are
you're
a thing,
okay with it,
then all of a sudden the conversation changed at least ever so slightly, at least a little bit. Nasty chat. Let us know what you're thinking. Also 780-218-9999.
Wheels want suggestions for the Connor Brown goal song. I don't know if we'll.
I think we have other things.
We got some games to go here.
And we have other songs that we need to get in place before that, just for the show, like a Creed parody and that Moni for Fridays. We got to get that. Although Maddie brought up some good news last night. We got to dive into that today. Let's put it on the agenda.
We have a meeting today, yeah.
Oh, by the way, speaking of meeting agendas, is your plan still the same plan? Oh, yes.
I'm out of the loop on this.
He doesn't know. We shouldn't tell him.
Do I know?
Do you want to tell him?
Everyone knows. I've made it very clear. I'm going to go buy some sandwiches from the Italian Center and some Orangina.
Right. Italian.
We'll each get a half a sandwich.
Shop sandwiches for the
and
staff
orange
meeting
ginas.
today.
Yes.
And orange ginas. So that's going to be
I forgot about this.
Yeah.
That's great. Are you going to slice them into, what are we doing here? Quarters, halves?
Everyone can have a half.
Wow. That's pretty exciting. Those are huge
your
sandwiches.
first, correct? Or
No, I had the little ones. I had the little ones.
Yeah.
So the staff meeting today, the bi-weekly staff meeting, is getting taken to another level today.
It's going to be great.
And things are really turning up here for Edmonton sports.
Do you eat them cold, Maddie, or heat them up? What's your go-to?
I think they're good cold.
Eat them as is.
You can have them as anything.
You eat them as is.
I don't mind a little heat, though. You melt that cheese a bit. The bun gets
Unless
a
you're
little
allergic
soft.
to it. Question number 2. Oh, going back to the non-plant in the Chargers game, how much would you – this is a fun one. Whoever came up with this is great. How much would you have to be paid to fly around being a plant on different broadcasts across, like, North America?
I wouldn't. It wouldn't take me too much.
Would you do it just for, like, the flights and the hotels, or you'd have to make some money off
Well, you
this,
get a per diem, I would assume, right?
Yeah,
or
but
something,
but you would need a salary.
Oh, yeah.
To do
I
this,
want
right?
some money. You're not getting paid, like, hourly.
No.
Go to a game for an hour and a half.
$500 flat rate. We'll fly you to every city. You go in. You're a
Per city?
Per city.
Yeah.
$500.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Think about it, if you were to do 3 a week, 4 a week,
with a
couple
per
grand.
diem and all your expenses, like
Yeah, all the flights are paid for, hotels paid for.
I'll do it.
Per diem, $500 flat rate. Go be a fan at a game.
Done a lot more for a lot less. So,
but then people know that. Oh, look at that! It's the plant. He's here now. I feel like all of a sudden that becomes kind of lame.
But you got to change your image, keep it going. You know, sometimes I shave. You know, you cut hair, grow hair. You know, maybe
put your hair up, put it in a bun.
Maybe bring a briefcase full of costumery in disguise, right? You know.
Yeah, that would be good.
I don't
like
know.
you're like you serve papers, like in Pineapple Express.
Add on weight for one game and then drop 50 pounds by the time you get to that, or something like that.
There's lots of different ways you could approach it. And for those of you who are going to text in and say, guys, she wasn't a plant. We know it was verified, but
we don't know.
Still think she might be a little bit. Because exactly, if she was a plant, the NFL would say, well, how do we make people think she's not a plant? Let's put her on McAfee show and claim that she's not a plant, which is exactly what you do if you planted somebody. So we are not 100% sold on that one just yet. Question number 3. Following up on the success of the client mixer, when's the next time you'll be opening your doors for a gathering? This obviously comes in from a creeper today.
We have lots of ideas. We've discussed here on the show in meetings, right? I mean, we have lots of just coming in here to watch an Oilers game or something, maybe a select few or something.
I could see a
nasty club
draw to come in and watch a game with us. If you've not yet signed up to be a member of the Nasty Club, EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Right at the top, click on Nasty Club. Access to all the goal songs, bonus content every day with postal shows, and eventually exclusive offers. Plus, you get in on the merch. If we're going to be launching a store as well, so everybody can get the merch. But the merch is included at a nice little discounted price if you're a membership.
Coming off that question as well, and we've said this in the Nasty Club, you tell us what you want to come in here for next. I mean, if you have any ideas, let us know. We'd like to kind of. Last night I think we could have listeners in here. You could pack this place with listeners just watching Trev watch an Oilers game. Trev, he was perched.
He didn't move.
He didn't sit back.
No,
he was on the edge of his seat. It was 5-1, and he's.
We are planning on doing a couple of watch party streams where it's just our crew watching the game, and we'll stream it from out in the main area. And I think the boys last night, I don't know if it was Maddie or somebody else who was telling me that one cam specifically locked on to Trev.
Has to be.
Like there's all of us in like a wide shot on the couch and the chairs, and then there's like a Trev cam because he's full-blown hardcore fan. Like
doesn't blink.
It's going to be fun. That's going to be really fun.
You'll think it's froze. You're like, hey, the video's... No, it's just him staring
just Trev.
at the screen, not blinking.
Trev, is this the best game you've ever watched? Yes, it's the best game I've ever watched.
Couldn't believe it.
That'd probably be the next place we go, I think. All right, there you go. That is...
that was 3?
That's 3 questions already.
Freezes
Brought to you by the
sometimes,
great staff at Park Mazda. Mitch, if you're listening, I like this truck. I do. I think I'm going to maybe try the other one and then compare the two. I think it's important to at least look at 2 vehicles
Get the
before you buy
dualies,
one.
though, eh?
Oh, a dualies.
Then you could be full rip.
Give me a dually and a Hemi. That's what I'm looking for. Dually and a Hemi. All right, let's get into the weekly rankings of power. Power. For United Sport and Cycle. Cycle. United Sport and Cycle. Your home of hockey for over 95 years and also a community leader for over 95 years as well. 4th generation, family-owned and operated business for over 95 years. Think about that. Right now, this started 2 days ago. United Sport and Cycle's breakaway hockey sale is on now. Woo! This is a good idea. I should go in and preemptively strike on new equipment for the kids. Save up to 35% off on hockey gear for the next 2 weeks up until November 1st. You can do that at United Sport and Cycle, your home of hockey. All right, Lieutenant Eric, what are you ranking today, buddy?
The top 10 clients from last night's mixer. No. Wouldn't that be something?
That'd be funny, actually.
That's for premium.
Yeah, that'll be on the Nasty Club later today on the post-show show. Here's a list of people we liked. Here's list of people that we didn't like last night.
Bottom 10. Yeah.
No, like we said earlier in the show, man. When we were signing all these clients, I was like, we don't want 80 clients that get lost in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
Like we want kind of what we had last night, like just a good group of. It was like a bunch of buddies here last night. It was great. So that was fun. All right, so what are you ranking today?
The top 10 nicknames for the RNH Hyman Fogel line moving forward. And again, with help from the Paris Jewelers inbox, 780-218-9999. And on the Nasty Chat, if you have any ideas, get them in. It's an ecosystem. Can I say that for Weekly Rankings of Power today? Maybe we're all kind of...
the third ecosystem reference on the show today.
I do love, by the way, how Macramalla, the exact same, almost word for word, veggie tray thing that Craig Button had.
I had no idea.
It's a universal thought, and you were the one that didn't know it. We should have warned you. We all should have been
That's our
better,
real big first mistake. My first big mistake, since we launched this. Shouldn't have brought a veggie tray. Turns out broccoli's disgusting. All right, number 10.
The pickup line that comes in from Bones earlier
that
today. That's kind of, again, with the Warren Fogel and the pickup.
Never knew it was the pickup line. You can move the guys around. Yeah, throw them on the ice, and you know that the production will be really nice. That could come together nicely. All right, number 9.
The SUV line.
The SUV line.
As Warren Fogel now drives an SUV, which I learned last night from Kevin.
Kev, yeah, so he is an SUV guy right now. All right, number 8.
Number 8, the baby carrot line. Because going back to, and you learned on the show this morning how baby carrots came to be. You have a theory, which I really love, but...
No, I still believe my theory.
No, I'd like it to be true. Maybe in some universe it is, but you're getting this line of it's... I really want to watch my words here. It's not, the top carrots. We all know who the top carrots are, but this is kind of, a little bit of a muck. Warren Fogel pickup truck, Nugent Hopkins, gritty, Zach Hyman, for checking and getting in the rough areas. So it's kind of like, it's baby carrots. They're coming from that ugly carrot, the ugly parts of the game, and then they 9 points. Baby Carrot. There's your
Baby Caroline, TBC. Not TCB. Taking care of business line. All right, number 7.
TCB. Woody's Warriors. That was
do
also
like that,
Paris Jewelers inbox this morning. I can't forget I forget the texter. But
Yeah, no, that was good. Number 6.
the fine line that comes in from the nasty chat. Now, what was the acronym on that? It was Fogel.
FHYN.
FHYN.
So,
the
Fogel,
Fahine, the
and
Fahine
then
line.
Nuge. The Fahine line. That's not bad, actually. I don't mind. The fine line's not bad. Now, with that being said, they could probably be broken up in 10 days.
Somebody asked how long into the
line?
Philly game do we see
Yeah,
that
how
line
long?
broken
Yeah.
up? So, hey, it's been a wild 48 hours, right? We'll always remember this week.
All right, number 5.
Ryan Warren and Zach's wild adventure. Because you never know when it ends or where it'll go. And you know what happens.
Ryan Warren and Zach's wild adventure. It was really good last night. Can it continue to be that? If it does, man, maybe a game changer there. Maybe a game changer. Number 4.
The super bad line.
Because of...
You ever heard of that movie?
Yeah, very underrated. Because of Fogel and... Okay.
McLovin.
And there's
This
the
is the
3 of
guy.
them. There's
Yeah.
3 of them. Hyman would be Seth.
Yeah.
For sure.
You're getting it. Yeah.
Thicker guy.
And Nuge,
like-
I mean, Nuge
is Michael
Sarah. Like they are.
And Fogel is McLovin, the super bad line.
It does work.
Yeah, that might be my favorite one so far, and that's number 4. All right. Okay. All right. Well, what's number 3?
The underrated line.
Because super bad is underrated. That
And
makes
maybe an
sense.
underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2.
The RNHZHWF line.
There's a lot going on
RNH's
there.
acronym.
What
too,
is
and
this? A zip code
well,
line?
that's kind of what it looks
Yeah.
like there when you write it out.
All right, number 1.
And the top 10 nicknames for the RNH Hyman Fogel line, the top line. Yeah.
That's really confusing to people.
With that point production.
Man, the super bad line.
It does work.
It works. You got Fogel.
Casting the characters. That's
And then Nuge is definitely the Michael Cera of the team. And then, yeah, Hyman could be Seth.
You're not just throwing away Hyman and Seth either. I mean, they all work in their own little ways. And
Man, I hope this is a thing. I hope this line
Bring it
sticks
on,
and
yeah.
we can actually brand it as the super bad line. Because that would really work. Plus, just an awesome movie.
Somebody says the Super Troopers line. Who wants a mustache ride? I like it for
That's
the
just
line.
somebody
I like it for
trying
the
to make a
line, but
mustache
I know,
ride
it's-
joke. I don't think that's going to work. The weekly rankings of power this week and every week brought to you by your home of hockey for over 95 years. Imagine going into United Cycle 90 years ago and being like, can I get a stick to play the game of hockey? You wouldn't even have known what was going on.
Hockey?
Yeah, I don't know why I said it like that, but
it's like Macramalla saying poutine.
Yeah. They used to have a sponsorship deal with Howie Morenz 95 years ago, I think. All right, we'll blow through this update here and just bring in Pat Gregoire, who's got to be pretty sad today at Coolbet after the city of Edmonton took them for a cool meal last night. Patty, what's up, buddy?
An absolute rinsing from the AM Nasty, from the lock shoppers, from the entire brigade at EST, and you guys probably were all so fired up about the bet until the broccoli gate veggie trade.
The broccoli.
You guys are talking about this.
Yeah, the broccoli massacre. It was
The broccoli. Yes,
tough
that's
last night.
it.
Yeah. Now you know what? When you're cashing a plus 475 parlay, you can deal with some rotten broccoli for a little bit. Like it was fun because
Yeah.
we had like 25 to 30 people here, and Maddie and I, we were on the parlay, and then another guy had Draisaitl first goal scorer, so he was living his best life when Draisaitl buried the first one, and then as soon as Bouchard got that assist on the second goal with the Hyman goal, I was like, oh, this is cashing for sure. They're gonna win by at least 2 tonight for sure. So with that being said, as we say, stay cool, bet responsibly with Coolbet. You go through your ups and downs, but I will say up nights are really fun, buddy. Really fun.
And they're the best when you're with a group of friends and you're all in the same bets. And
That's true.
cashing. That's what it's all about. That's the community vibes that you guys have, but also that we try to maintain here at Coolbet. The fact that we're able to hit you guys up, get a parlay up, and everyone, like I kid you not. By the time we put up that parlay, I think within maybe, I want to say like 12 minutes, there was like 31 tickets already on it. So as soon as it was up, you guys were on top of it. You all hammered it, which is great. And again, yeah, tough ride for us right now, but water finds its level. I was happy because my parlay that I ended up putting
Patty knows
together
puck?
ended up hitting. Patty knows puck that ended up hitting. Tage Thompson over 3.5 shots. Evander Kane to record a point, and Cale Makar to record a point. So I was pleased with that. So a little bit sad for Coolbet, but me personally, I was okay with it.
Somebody messaged in and says, can you ask Patty why the Patty knows puck parlay hasn't cashed yet? Do you know if that one hasn't? I know sometimes with the parlays, they're double checking some of the player stats and stuff. Would that be the reason? Like they're just verifying things?
That should already be
that should be cashed out.
So I will. I'll get the fellas.
Okay,
on
double check on that one. And
for
Veggie the Great, if you're watching on YouTube here, if for some reason just find Patty at P Greggy on Twitter, slide in his DMs and sort that out as well to get that figured out.
Hit me up. I didn't see the comment, but yeah, shoot me a DM at P Greggy on Twitter, or you can always even hit us up in the DMs at Coolbet Canada on all socials. We'll figure out whatever's going on there.
Yeah, if something is going on, but I know the other ones have already kind of cashed out as well. So yeah, we'll see. It was a good. What else in the National Hockey League last night jumped out to you, Patty? I mean,
a few things. The one. It wasn't a part of my parlay, but it was probably my biggest bet of the night, responsibly, of course. Stay cool, bet responsibly. Pierre-Luc Dubois to score against the Jets. That was absolutely easy money. But the effort from the Jets, the fact that they really didn't have any pushback, they lose 5-1, and I'm going to ask Huss this, and I think you might have even asked him on Lock Shop a couple nights ago. Like, what's going on with the fans there? What's going on with
11,000, man? Like
11,000 last night. That is shocking and surprising. And you're just feeding into Gary Bettman's hands. Like a couple more showings like that, and that team's going to be playing in Houston.
You can't do that to
Kansas
Winnipeg
City.
again, can you? My God,
you can't. But I'm a little bit tongue in cheek here. But the fact is, it's like the big thing about the Jets and Winnipeg was, they'll be able to fill the building every single night. And I know times are tough right now. But for Pierre-Luc Dubois' revenge game, to not be a sellout, not to be rocking, I was just super disappointed about that. The other big takeaway, the Sabres that I think everyone was expecting have showed up. I know it's early, but that was a much more impressive game out of them. I was really high on Buffalo coming into this season. I know Huss was.
Yeah, he was.
I think it was his best bet 2 nights in a row or 2 games in a row for the Sabres, but they figure out a way. They win in overtime. They look a lot better. Rasmus Dahlin, man, what a player that guy is. Owen Power. I really like the way that team's shape and kind of building into what they can be. And like the Lightning, we're supposed to have this big drop off from the Lightning, but I know they're 1-2-1, but they're still a team that I think they're going to be sniffing around. I know a lot of people had them to miss the playoffs as like their pick for a team to take a step back, but I don't know. As long as they have that core, and if Vasilevsky can come back and they're sniffing around a playoff spot, I'm not doubting the Lightning at any point.
Did somebody just come in? Hello? Oh, okay. Steve's here. He's on a hangout today. I always get rattled when people come in through the door, but I guess it's that time. Shouldn't Tommy be here? Tommy's running really late today.
Isn't that like his MO?
Yeah, 22 minutes.
Make yourself at home
until that show starts, and Tommy's still not.
Be nice to have
still
a host
not here.
to kind of take the guests and jump around at you.
Hey, so now that Matthews went a game and didn't score, Toronto, have you guys kind of settled in out there in the T-Dot? Like, it's not going to be a hat trick every single game all season?
The expectations for maybe the team have settled, but I think still for Matthews, they're thinking, okay, well, if he didn't score a hat trick this game, maybe he gets 4 next game. I think a little bit of reality maybe set in with this team. I think it's pretty obvious that they're uber talented in their top 6. Matthews looks healthy. Nylander, I think you could argue, has been the best player for the Leafs through their first 3 games. He looks unbelievable. But the defense is certainly an issue with this team, especially on their second and third pairing. They need to figure out a way to play better team defense. And I think that was very evidently clear against the Blackhawks team, who's not very good at all, to be quite honest, but they've got some skill up front. They're a well-coached team. They really bought into a system. Their goaltender played well. So
what do you think of Bedard in person? Because you were there. You were at that game, right? What do you think of him?
He's unbelievable, man. He is. I know he didn't walk away with a point, but just there's his zone entries. Like, you can really notice how special of a player he is in transition with the puck on his stick. Like, he is tiny. He is so tiny. Like, seeing him in warmups, you watch him. He's small, but like, he just doesn't get bumped off the puck. Like, he's got such a strong center of gravity. I heard a stat the other day. I was listening to one of the I think it was Kipper and Bourne here in Toronto, and outside of Matthews, Connor Bedard has the second most high danger scoring chances in the NHL. Like, and he's only got 3 points to speak for it. So it's only a matter of time for the floodgates to open for this kid. He is really special. And I heard some people being like, was kind of underwhelmed. Were you expecting him to just walk in and put up 3 points? Like, even though he didn't score, there was a ton of chances, and his skill set is just really shining through. The other thing that I noticed as well, they kind of were sheltering his minutes a little more against Toronto, and he had no media availability beforehand and nothing even after they won, which I absolutely loved, because
in Toronto,
in Toronto, you better believe Steve Simmons was probably losing his nuggets. He has to talk to us. We are the media. We are hockey. Hilarious. Absolute troll move by the Blackhawks, which is so good. I know I am a Toronto fan. I know I'm a Toronto boy. But kudos to the Chicago Blackhawks PR team, which has probably been the toughest job in sports over the last 12 months. Finally, a good move for them by trolling the Toronto media and not allowing them to be able to talk to Bedard. A lot of columns were ruined that morning because of it.
Damn deadlines. Yeah, those deadlines on those columns. It's tough to do. Patty, before we let you go, do you think we're trending towards a good World Series? ALCS, NLCS haven't been great so far, but with what's happening right now with those two of those clubs, I feel like the World Series could shape up really nicely.
I can't wait. And, even watching last night, that Phillies team in that stadium, it is pure electricity. It was the most entertaining 10-0 baseball game I've ever seen. I really do believe that this team is everything that the Blue Jays are not. They have the actual, the Blue Jays fans were this is a team that if they just get in, the bats will come alive. No, that's not what the case is. This is a team that you want. They've got the pitching. They've got guys that can step up in the clutch. Bryce Harper is the type of guy you want to build your team around. It is so much fun watching this team. And I think that if we do get Texas, which it looks like it's going to be Texas-Philly, I don't think we could have asked for a better World Series based off just the way the two teams have played throughout these playoffs.
As always, buddy, good catching up with you. I know for sure we'll talk to you tomorrow on the Lock Shop. And, we're on Ovechkin to score a goal tonight for the Coolbet hotline of the day. Hasn't got one yet. It's plus 130 something. I always buy into he's due. And I think Ovi's due here in a season that, he's going to continue to track down the greatest of all time. So
I'll be in your DMs, Patty.
DM away. One other thing before I go.
Yeah.
I like your Ovechkin play. My best bet is Ovi over 3.5 shots, minus 133. He's due, meaning he's going to shoot a lot. So I like both those plays for sure.
Perfect. All right, buddy. We'll catch up later in the week.
Take care. No more veggie trays, please.
Yeah, no, I won't. Don't worry. Man, I screwed up with the veggie tray, but that's okay. That's okay. We won't get another one again, and we'll put it on the meeting agenda today for something to discuss. Hey, morning, boys. I just got back from 22 days in Austria. Listened in many times. That's in from Buck. Put it on the map, right? Put Austria on the map. That's great. That's awesome. Good to know that the internet works in Austria. Perfect. And how about this one from Bruce? just signed up for the Nasty Club right now. I just did it. I'm in. Well, that's good. And if you are a Nasty Club member, post-show shows should be ready to go for you by like 9:30. It'll just be locked right in there.
And Tom Gazzola's 5 to 10 minutes away.
Okay, yeah. So
scoring at home.
Read that Tommy text for a second. Okay, I'm missing my phone.
Yeah. He's really carving you up now in this thread.
Is he? I don't know.
Something came up. We'll be there 5 to 10 minutes into the show.
Into the show?
That changes everything.
I thought he said he'd be here in 5 to 10 minutes.
We didn't read. That's why I'm glad you asked me to read it word for word. Something came up. We'll be there.
Look at this. You got some cards there. Surveyor Brett's got some cards here. Eric's making a deal right now. He's not messing around. I'm going to talk about Tommy for a second because, like, Surveyor Brett just sliding right in here. I love it.
Good morning.
How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Do you always wear that to work?
Yes.
Really?
I'm an orange sweater wearer.
Now, is that your choice, or do they say you have to wear that?
Oh, you have to wear it
for
safety.
For safety? Yes. That's probably better than one of those jacket vests, like the vest that goes over your other stuff.
Yes, it's very warm.
I'd wear one of those.
Retardant.
I'd wear one of those. Yeah.
You should rock one.
Yeah, I should start rocking the Surveyor life. All right, you guys work on your deal.
Secret
okay, so
stuff
I want to. What comes up at 8:05 in the morning, Mr. Lean? You want to get in on this? Tommy says something has come up this morning. What honestly comes up at 8:15 in the morning?
He slept in?
That's what just tell us you slept in, because Tommy last night after the game probably went out for a bevy or two. Like,
he was working.
But what comes up? What comes up at 8:15 in the morning?
I know where you're trying to bait me in here.
No, I'm not trying to have that type of reference. Is that what were you thinking? Like,
well, of course.
He had a
It's
friend
Tom.
at his,
House. He's late
And then
night
something
boy.
came up, he's a late night boy.
He's a late night boy.
Tommy's a late night boy.
Something. So just to finish the text, something came up. We'll be there 5 to 10 minutes into the show. Sorry, boys! 2 exclamation points. So he's apologized, and
I like the idea of you guys getting to the bottom of this.
Well,
on the
it's
in the
a
hangout
can't
today.
miss hangout.
Yeah. And who's on the hangout today, Maddie?
Steve Sandor of Edify Magazine, as well as Paul Sir.
Oh, Paul Sir in the house.
I want to double check.
That's going to be a fun. Are you double checking that Paul Sir's in?
No. Paul's coming in. I just got to check. Shoot for the Moon. That's what he's with now.
Okay. All right. There we go. So that's coming up on the hangout today. I love the fact here. Bruce says he just signed up for the Nasty Club right now. I just did it. I'm in. And Bruce, we appreciate the support. And we're going to take the Nasty Club budget and we're going to do those, what do they call them? Google ads and YouTube ads. So when you're doing stuff on your phone, our stuff will pop up and be like, hey, come check out Edmonton Sports Talk. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, that type of thing. YouTube Trev's working on
all over that algorithm.
Working on that stuff today. YouTube Trev has a chance to be in here before Tommy today. Maybe Tommy and YouTube Trev got up to no good last night after the show.
That's always a possibility.
I very much worry about YouTube Trev running with Tommy.
Yeah.
We had to set some sort of limit where you can only hang out with Tommy once a week or something. We'll talk about it at the meeting today. But if you want to sign up for the Nasty Club, you get the postal show every single day, access to all the goal songs, and then there's a couple different levels. You can get in for $4.99 a month. And once we launch the exclusive offers, I mean, you're basically going to get that back in deals at some of our clients. Nasty Club annual membership. That'll get you the Nasty certified membership card, 12 months of bonus content, Edmonton Sports Talk campfire style mug. You can put marshmallows in there, I think. Yeah, that's what I plan on doing. Edmonton Sports Talk t-shirt. You're going into a monthly draw for a spot on the hangout. So you actually you can win a spot on the hangout and kind of get you in here to talk some sports with us. And then you go into the priority draw for the 2024 Summertime Nasty Bash. All of our merch in the store that we're going to be launching with our partners from Hive Product Marketing, official merch partner of EST. And then there's the Nasty Club annual premium membership, which I guess maybe I shouldn't be surprised by, but this is the one that most people are signing up for. And it's the Nasty certified membership card, the bonus content, campfire style mug, EST hat, EST t-shirt, entry into the EST draw featuring a grand prize of a sports night out with our EST crew, and then, of course, entry into the priority draw for the Nasty Bash and entry into the monthly draw for the spots on the hangout as well. And, we really appreciate the support. So if you want to get a little bit of bonus content, obviously everything else we do, this is just bonus content, right? It's just a nice little sort of club to be a part of, an exclusive club.
There's no paywalls here, or what do you call them, You're not. to hear Rashog answer coming up next. Send
No,
$50
this is
into
just
the
bonus
thing.
content,
Yeah,
right?
so you're not missing anything.
And we'll hopefully maybe add some new sort of unique things to the Nasty Club as well as we continue to develop it. But just go to EdmontonSportsTalk.com, click on Nasty Club at the top, sign up for an account, and become an exclusive member of the Nasty Club. And we'll get into probably have to dive more into this veggie tray thing, or maybe Nuge, Hyman, Fogel lines on the post show today. But that'll be coming up as
Somebody's
well.
suggesting Tommy got into the broccoli, perhaps.
Maybe
And
that's
now it's
why he's sick.
Little tummy.
That could make sense.
Bad tummy.
That could make sense. We've got a couple days left in our label making contest. We have launched the 6 o'clocker lager with our great partners at Alley Cat and Sobeys. I'm already looking forward to Sobeys Beer of the Week. I don't know. It's just a lot. It's a lot of fun here. It's more fun here than it was.
Oh, yeah.
At the old place.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Scotty. It's good. So we're looking for a label design for the 6 o'clocker lager. Now, we've had a bunch already come in. You can find the template on our Twitter account. I'll tweet it out again today. You download the template. It shows you where the graphics are supposed to go. What's Jeff Crushell doing here right now? What Crusher walking here? I didn't know Crusher was coming.
They're all
Maddie,
in today.
did you know Crusher was coming? You never told us? Or is this just a drop-in from Jeff Crushell? What the hell is going on here? Crusher, good to see you, buddy.
He's here for the bi-weekly meeting, perhaps.
Yeah, I don't know. Mr. Lean, what's...
Well, I booked Jeff for Wednesday. I thought I was booking next Wednesday, but maybe he's in today, so we're just gonna have a fun hangout all day today.
Tell Tommy to stay home, baby.
I'm good with either.
Right now.
I'm good with
we'll
either.
Make it work, man.
I'm in.
Oh, it's perfect. Well, this is such a nice surprise. Such a nice surprise. But anyway, design a label. We're gonna go through the labels. We're gonna pick a label. Your label is gonna be on our beer. That is going to be at all Sobeys locations starting in early December.
Think of the places this beer is going to go.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, this beer is going to be all over the place with Nasty's
Yeah.
drinking it in all sorts of locales and places across.
People are going to be somebody's probably going to get arrested for trying to smuggle it south of the border to get it to like stare it in Atlanta and stuff.
Give me that. Nice cans, though.
Yeah.
You know, like,
So we're pretty excited about that as well. So if you are an artist or you know an artist, or maybe you're not an artist, but you're just super creative, you want to scroll some things down, write them down, try a little drawing, go into Photoshop. I want somebody to submit something from Paint. Remember the Paint program? I want you to go into Paint.
Use the spray can.
Use a spray can
Nasty.
and submit it to us. That might work. That's actually probably not a bad idea.
Simplicity,
for a label.
man.
Yeah.
That could cut through.
Remember,
right?
we need a conch included on it, so
Yes.
we can say, "Hey, conch me, throw me a 6
Give me a
o'clock
conch,
lager,
yeah.
conch me." We got some good designs already, but let's get a few more in here. So design it, submit it to business@edmontonsportstalk.com. I will tweet out the link to the download of the template right after the show today, so you'll be able to find that. Let's get into the wrap for William Huff. If you want your place to look as good as ours, visit the fine folks at williamhuff.com. They've been wrapping things and doing marketing and pull-ups and wrapping vehicles and wrapping stadiums since 1972. If the Oilers can trust them and the Elks can trust them and we can trust them, why can't you? How's that? They got to be happy with that. I think that's pretty good. What'd you learn on the show today?
What did we learn on the show today? Well, Macramalla, I didn't know that whole Habs curse thing. He kind of laid that on us, some sort of ancient burial ground.
Yeah, that goes the other way, because then if they have success, it's like, oh, it's because of this.
Yeah, but I just never really, he just kind of laid that out there, and it was fine. And we learned Tommy's going to be 5 to 10 minutes late into the show.
By the time he gets
Into
here,
the
all
show.
the seats are going to be taken.
The seats will be taken.
Paul Sir's here, too. That's good. Hello, Paul.
Hey, Paul. Looking good.
Yeah, somebody said when Tommy gets here, he has to sit on Crusher's lap. Which I really like.
They pass him around.
That's
the
really
room.
good. I learned that Fogel, Nuge, and Hyman could end up being a thing. It could end up being the thing. The super bad line with Fogel and Nuge being it's Michael Cera and
it could not by the end of Thursday night too.
Yeah, it could also be blown up.
We've had this
come
couple of days
Thursday.
here midweek. It's been nice. It's been fun.
We'll see what happens on that front. But we learned that today. Let's get to your sound of the day today. I'll dive back inside the Nasty Club playlist for this one. We had a bunch of goal songs today, but I want to go run it back to the morning after show win song. This is just an absolute. This just hits.
We haven't tasted this. For
Yeah,
how
I mean
long,
this
right?
is really nice. Whoa! Is your computer playing? We built this Smitty right now. What's playing? We built this
Well, it's
Smitty.
not me.
That's mine.
Yeah, mine's down. You can just turn mine up, and I'll play that Fogel clip again while you figure this out.
Yeah, play the
Turn
play the Fogel clip. Oh, yours.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Fogel drives one.
Now I can say, Dusty, fire up my computer.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
Dusty, fire up
That's
my
so weird. Yeah.
Fogel drives one.
Man, this is a role reversal.
Oh, my God.
Give me a
Fogel drives one.
Oh, that sounds good.
That sounds good.
That
Do it again.
yeah.
Fogel drives one.
That's a nice addition.
There's something happening here. The Oilers look a lot better this year. Another win, put 2 points on the board. Telling me your faith is restored. I think it's time you stop, listen, here we go. Wake up with the morning after show.
Fogel drives one.
Looky,
Oh my
what I got for you.
This year's team's looking strong. Connor and Leon, they can't do no wrong. 6 o'clockers are losing their minds. Getting so many messages on the text line. Think it's time you stop, listen, here we go. Wake up with the morning after show.
So good.
Yeah, that's good.
So good. I like that. This text in, it says, Tommy needs to be told that a quickie is supposed to be a quickie and it shouldn't interfere with work.
The Paris Jewelers inbox is
If we had to guess why Tommy's late today, I would think a morning romp in the sheets is probably 80% chance that's what's up.
Especially when you say a romp in the sheets.
A romp
I
in
really
the
like
sheets.
that. Yeah. One night's
Like
out.
a real romp in the sheets.
Yeah, and kind of doing his drive of shame in this morning.
Yeah, good for you, Tommy.
Yeah. Oh no, we're
Good for you.
fully
good for
behind you
Yeah,
in all your
no,
endeavors.
yeah. Fully support you. With that being said, you've been replaced on your own show today because we have 3 guests.
Funny how it works out here, too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just perfect. Tommy, I mean, turn around and
It's
go
pretty
back on, man.
remarkable. Like,
It's
what are
all
the
good.
odds of that happening? I also learned that I got through a. Somebody just sent in 6 o'clocker logger. It's just a pencil drawing.
something to that.
It's simple. I mean,
You know,
it would stand out a little
probably
bit.
won't win, but
it would stand. Thank you for that, Chris. That's good. All right, let's get to your text of the day today. We'll win a little gift certificate from our great partners at A&W. They really liked seeing. We had a couple people from the crew there last night.
Yeah,
and
AW Noob as well.
They
He was
liked
kind of getting the nasty.
yeah, kind of getting a taste of it. But they liked what they saw here, so that was encouraging. Text of the day: $20 gift card to A&W. You want to get your hands on the new Chicken Cruncher sandwiches? They are here. Available in 3 new Crunchtastic choices. Nashville Hot Chicken Cruncher, Chubby Chicken Cruncher, and the BLT Chicken Cruncher. I think RCM was in the Nasty Chat earlier today saying that he's had these Chicken Crunchers, and they're absolutely delicious. Available today at all your A&W locations. And Tina from A&W did tell me last night that if we want a drop-off of Chicken Crunchers, she can drop them off here in the morning.
Why didn't
or
you tell her that?
we can set it up at the A&W we go to in Stony Plain.
Yeah, I like that
and
one.
they can just have them ready for us.
Perfect.
So that's good
Let's
too.
get that ball rolling, man.
And Tina, if you're watching, mix in some of those chicken breakfast sandwiches as well.
And a couple A&W suckers. Kind of falling flat on those, eh?
For the kids and the adults,
for the kids,
too.
For the kids, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's nice.
Good suck.
All right, text of the day today. I mean, Surveyor Brett had a nice one. The Nashville Predators, more like the Nashville Predators.
And he came in and did
But,
a trade. I mean,
yeah, he's already been. We're going to tell him turn around, come back. So let's get to a Macramalla intro. I'll give you 3, Rick, and you can decide which one will be text of the day today. EST legal analyst and guy who would only agree to teach law if the university would allow him to teach a full credit course on orgy etiquette, Eric Macramalla. EST legal analyst and guy who is banned from his local grocery store for going through the checkout with only 1 banana, 2 plums while applying chapstick and winking seductively at the cashier. Or EST legal analyst and guy who claims to be allergic to melted foods, Eric Macramalla.
The orgy comes up again, which I like. Keep
Does.
that ball
It
rolling.
does.
Keep it rolling.
But
and the melted cheese you brought up a few times.
That
during
was
the
a really
show.
funny one, too,
But I'm
so
going to
that
go
was
with the
good.
most descript. I love when they get really deep into script because you know this has happened to the texter.
That's Mandate John, boys.
They've gone through this before, and so the banana, the grapes, plums, lip chap, that whole thing.
Mandate John, who does come across as a little bit of a pervert.
Oh yeah,
knocks it one out of the park.
Yep.
So that's good. Congratulations, Mandate John. You're going to A&W with a gift card courtesy of the Edmonton Sports Talk crew. One of the boys will be in touch. Get the details. You can swing on by here and pick up your gift certificate. What are you watching tonight, buddy?
Well, as we talked about, is Battle of the Nation's Capitals, with the Capitals in Ottawa to take on the Senators. This is that war of 1817, whatever it is. But, we're on OV Watch here.
1840, I took a little trip.
Yeah, and we burnt down the White House or whatever it is. Major League Baseball playoffs continue tonight, if that's your flavor. Texas 2-0 up on the Astros. They're going to Arlington, so the Battle of Texas resumes tonight on that one. I know Norman and Combine will be watching that with eager. And then what was the lean? We were going to Conference USA.
It was college
UTEP
football
and,
lean here.
New Mexico State and UTEP.
New Mexico State.
And UTEP.
And UTEP. I think there's a couple guys on the Elks from UTEP. Kai Loxley. Is Kai Loxley from UTEP?
Kai Loxley's not an Elk.
Well, no, but he used to be. I think Kai Loxley's from UTEP. Somebody's from UTEP. In my CFL prep, I always see UTEP.
Go Miners.
Is that what it is? Well, we're cheering against UTEP tonight.
Go Aggies.
There we go. All right, so that's watch that. A little college football hit. Can we continue to be red hot this week? That would be good stuff. All right, thank you to everybody for watching and listening live. Static free since 23, loud and crystal clear at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Very much appreciate all of the support. Tell your friends, text a friend right now and just say, hey, check out EdmontonSportsTalk.com. That's probably the best way to help us continue to grow this. If you want to be a Nasty Club member, you can find more information on that at EdmontonSportsTalk.com as well. The Hangout is coming up. We'll find out how the quickie went for Tommy Gazzoli when he gets in later on today. But for Matthew Womanek and Lieutenant Eric, I am Dustin Nielson. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Take it easy.